Yo, what's going on, family? What's going on, man? We are back. We are back, man. Thank you for everybody joining us today, showing up. NLDS round, what's this? Round two. Um, Game number three. Philadelphia Phillies versus the Atlanta Braves, right here in Philadelphia, Citizens Bank Ballpark. This would definitely be a good one. The crowd is rocking in Philly. Everybody got to the stadium early. Nice weather outside. It's about 65 degrees right now. So that ball should be flying today. We starting Nola against their young rookie, the 23-year-old. I forget his name, but it don't even matter. We'll find out once the game starts. But Nola on the mound. Hopefully the bats will get going today. Hopefully the defense is a lot better this time around than it was for game two. Yeah, man, but we here for it. So I had to. I got to make some adjustments to the game volume. YouTube don't like me using MLB's audio for some reason, so I'm gonna go ahead and just cut it down and see if that actually makes a difference in regards to the stream. I don't need too many copyright claims, so we'll just make a few adjustments and take it from there. But yeah, before we get started and get the game audio in, go ahead and like the video for me, please, please, please. I definitely appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button if you guys want to join the family and stay tuned. And while I provide for you guys some content and some value. So other than that, let me go ahead and get everything in place. Got the scorecard right there. Get this game audio in here. Let's see here. All right, so they're not actually done commercial yet. So once they actually go to the back from this commercial break, we'll go ahead and bring everything in for you guys. Let me check a few things before we get started. Let me see here. All right, so I got everything set up on the back end on my end. Let me know what you guys got for the score for the day. I got the Phillies 6-3. I got the Phillies 6-3. I got Kyle Schwarber, coming alive. I got Bryce Harper continuing to do his thing. And I got somebody at the 7th, 8th, or 9th spot actually stepping up big. Either probably Gene Segura or my man Alec Bohm. So we'll see what happens. But let me get the game. Let me get the game audio in. We good to go. Let me see here.
Special day here
Perfect.
today. And the weather's playing right along. 69 degrees, perfect weather for Game 3 of this division series. And the first home playoff game for the Phillies since October.
Let me know how the game audio sounds too. Let me know if it's loud enough for you guys.
This is amazing for big games, and they got a good pitcher on the mound for this one.
They sure
it's
do.
Definitely packed in that damn stadium too.
Great pitch series. I know it's only been 2 games, but each club has had a starter do what they need to do. For Aaron Nola, he throws 4 different pitches, and he throws a ton of strikes. This is going to be the first pitch aggressive hitter that the Atlanta Braves are against the first pitch strikes. He throws 70% strikes. There's the breakdown: fastball, knuckle curve, 2-seam changeup. Look for a lot of fastballs away to right.
All right, here we go.
In and curveballs away. He has been on
first
fire
pitch
his last 4 or 5 starts. This is going to be a good one.
7th overall pick of the draft in 2014 was Aaron Nola. Debuted in 2015. A lot of losing, a lot of growing pains, and really perfect marriage between moment and man here. As Nola, the longest tenured Philly, starts the first
Acuna Jr. up the bat.
Forever. Ronald Acuna stands in, and off we go.
Swing first up. Oh my God.
Bounces by Bohm. And in the first pitch of Game 3, less than tight.
First damn pitch.
On Game 2,
on base already.
Rally for the Braves shows up.
Yeah, it was a tough in-between hot. I talked about their aggressiveness. We're going to see a lot of this out of the Braves hitters, and that ball leaked back over the middle. That hop went over the glove of Bohm in a way that he thought it was going to stay lower. It had top spin. It went higher. Now, we haven't seen Acuna steal
Oh
yet,
my
and we
God,
haven't
that's
seen
a
the Braves
miss.
on the bases be active. Part of that is because Nola's so
One
good
pitch,
for the Phillies.
Dansby Swanson.
got right through. You got a runner on
Braves
first
offense
already.
was shut down over the first 5+ innings against Wheeler on Wednesday night. And then Swanson was part of that 2-out rally in the 6th inning. Wheeler
The
retired
pitch.
17 of the first
Right over the
18
plate,
Braves.
0-1.
Acuna got hit by the pitch. Swanson took a walk, 3 straight singles, and one of the themes of this series, John, the teams that come through with 2 outs.
Yeah, it's been a 2-out nightmare for pitchers when typically that's your best formula for success.
Nola's 0-1. Is left over the plate and lofted into shallow center field.
Pop up to the shortstop.
The rookie shortstop for the first
Nice.
out of the night.
Perfect. 1 out.
Starting lineup.
1 on first.
Sponsored by Ally. You've seen the first 2 hitters. Now it's going to be Matt Olson, who's been their hottest hitter the last couple weeks. Austin Riley bats cleanup. And the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. Rookie Michael Harris bats 6th. Marcelo Zuna draws the start, having hit 3 home runs against Nola in his career. Another 21-year-old, Vaughn Grissom, is the starting second baseman. And Eddie Rosario's in left field hitting 9.
Well, Nola's had success against Olson, beating him with fastballs away, curveballs down over the plate. And
Matt Olson at the plate.
Changes with that bat. That bat
1 out.
have kind of a point
Runner on
towards the
first.
third base side. Now look how vertical it is. He would have that bat angled in a way where he wasn't catching up the pitches up and away out over the plate. If you make a mistake in and up, he will make you pay for it with power.
And lately he's been making everybody pay. Olson over his last 11 games hitting close to 400. He's got 7 home runs in that time, and he's knocked in 15. Swings
Nice.
at the fastball.
That's the pitch he's not going to be able to hit.
0-1.
Nola has the recipe to really silence every hitter on this club. It comes down to execution of location, and he's really good. We talked about throwing a lot of strikes. He has the ability to go to 4 quadrants, I call it, up, in, down, and away, and change direction of every pitch. Change up, fade away, curveball come into a lefty.
Cooney with a little bit of a lean here. Not running.
Nice.
That's been the thing lately.
Nice.
Scouts
0-2.
who followed the Phillies have said, yeah, Zach Wheeler overpowering and great. Aaron Nola's been as good as anybody in baseball his last 4 or 5 starts.
He's made a concerted effort to pitch with command and with conviction.
It is rocking in there, man.
So 6 2/3 scoreless innings in his postseason debut last Saturday against the Cardinals, and now has put up zeros in 27 of his last 28 innings.
Nice. 0-2 pitch.
His 0-2 to Olson. Yanked down the line, but
Foul ball.
And see that pitch right there, the ones he's gotten Olson out
Still
are the ones
0-2.
that are almost going to hit the dirt. See how that stayed up in the zone? This curveball is a really good breaking ball. He'll throw a cutter as well. But that, see how you get the catcher ready to get that ball on the bounce, but that ball stayed in the zone. Lucky that ball went foul.
Olson had a 3-run home run in the first game of this series on Tuesday. And then started the scoring with what was ruled the base hit. Now the ball over at first base. Rhys Hoskins said after the game, "I've made the play before, I'll make it again." Which didn't this time. Olson got a hit and a run batted in out of it. On an 0-2. Watch the fastball miss high.
1-2.
The reason you have to be really good away to Olson, they got the big shift on him. If it gets over the plate, he'll hit the ball the other way. It'll be an easy single. I mean, this is as good a shift and big a shift you'll see against a left-hander.
28-year-old in his first year in Atlanta. Leads upstairs again.
Outside.
2-2.
2-2.
If he wants to here, he's missed up twice in a row. Now he can go back to that curveball after the one that was hit foul and see if he can get Olson to chase it.
Acuna's at first, 1 gone. Yeah, Nola's 2-2 pitch is a fastball, but
Foul
to the
ball.
bottom of the zone,
2-2.
hit foul.
He making Aaron Nola work right now. He already up to 9 pitches in the end so
pitching
far.
with conviction, getting a chance here in the postseason, rewriting really his late season story. And that he'd always finish seasons poorly. He took that personally, wanted to be part of this playoff push in a big way, and certainly has. I mentioned the 6 2/3 scoreless innings, John, in his postseason debut. The game before that, and clinching a playoff spot, took a perfect game into the 7th inning against the Astros.
Yeah, he's definitely in rhythm and connected to mechanics.
I'm going to work hard against Olsen. His 7th pitch drops low, and the count is full.
Full count, man. Goodness gracious.
That changeup is a real weapon. He's going to use it a lot against right-handers in. And that one just looked like a strike, but patience of Olsen staying off that ball down.
Yeah. It was a good take.
That's an impressive take.
Mm-hmm. Good take. Two, full count. Oh my God, man.
What a walk from Matt Olsen to put him at first and second.
Now, Nola would love to have this obviously back because he went 0-2 as good as anybody, and he never made that third pitch on the outside part of the plate. He tries to front door a sinker and get a called strikeout, but it's late and didn't kiss the plate. Now, the one guy in this lineup that's had success off of Nola has been Austin Riley. He's hit every mistake that he needs to hit off of Nola for power and for average.
Like 429.
All right, Austin Riley up to bat.
Doubles. Yeah.
1 out.
Yeah,
Runners on first and second.
Even though this is an ace here, seeing a guy that he's comfy against can unlock him because he's been struggling the last few weeks. 2 on 1 out first inning.
Ground out to third. Second. First. Oh, goodness, man. Couldn't turn a double play. He was late at first.
They do get the second out at second. For now, they're at the corners.
Another aggressive first
Got
pitch.
it at second.
Tough double play to turn.
Late at first.
Close.
Definitely late at first. He was late. Yeah, he was late.
And they will play on.
All right, so 2 outs. Runners on first and third.
And it'll be up to the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud.
Nobody has hit with more power on the first pitch than d'Arnaud. Look for these.
Travis d'Arnaud.
Anything that leaks back over the plate, that is the advantage d'Arnaud.
He definitely been our Achilles heel this series.
Nola, if he makes his pitches away with that curveball away and cutter away.
Veteran catcher got his 8th postseason home run in the first game of this series. First pitch, painted.
Nice.
And that's where he's
0-1.
I mean, over 50% of the time he throws his fastball over there, and that's just unhittable. Unless you go up there trying to go to right field or center and right field and stay on the ball, you're not going to hit that pitch for success.
Leak hitting below 200 against his fastballs. Uses to get strike one on d'Arnaud. Sticks with it.
High outside, 1-1.
Travis d'Arnaud at 33 years old, an all-star for the first time. Actually was originally drafted by the Phillies. First-round pick in 2007. Traded from there a couple times. He got traded to Toronto for Roy Halladay. And then eventually to the Mets for R.A. Dickey. Not a 1-1 pitch from Nola.
Nice. 1-2.
Now, the only chance that d'Arnaud has on a fastball away is down. He can go the other way with it down, but it's up. He's not going to be able to do that. And you can see light life on that 2-seam and 4-seam fastball that he has in 94-95.
1-1. 1-2 pitch.
1-2 pitch.
Foul ball. Still 1-2.
Well, time for our player resumes.
2 outs.
By Indeed. We talked about
runners on first and third.
The series has gone on. Out of the middle of nowhere, becoming this all-star player. He'd had some chances in New York, but dealt with injuries, didn't perform much. Went to the Dodgers for 1 week. They dumped him to the Rays, broke out there in 2019, and has become a key piece for these Braves the last few years.
1-2.
On the board in the
2 outs.
Inning. On a 1-2 from Nola. A breaking pitch is bounced back
nice.
to the mound, and Nola strands two.
Perfect. All right, so Phillies was able to get out of that with runners on first and third. 1 hit allowed. Phillies coming up right after a commercial break. Be the bottom of the first when we come back. It was a little shaky for Aaron. You know, especially when he went to get he went against Olsen. You know, to be up 0-2 on the count, and you know for 4 straight balls, you know that's a little rough. But you know, home jitters. Hopefully in the top of the second, he'll come back a lot stronger. But right now, we need the Phillies to get on the board, man. You get on the board early, you put up a run or 2 in the first inning, get the crowd rocking. No, shoot, that might be all she wrote. Especially if Aaron Nola, you know, gets on track and actually start doing what we need him to do and what we expected him to do. So, bottom of the first, we come back from commercial break. All right, we back.
Time for the Phillies starting lineup, sponsored by Ally. Kyle Schwarber and Rhys Hoskins, the 2 guys at the top of the order. They're trying to get going. 1 for 34 in this postseason. Then it's Real Muto. Harper's looked really good. Castellanos bats 5th. Then Alec Bohm. Marsh, Segura, and Stott round things out. Rob Thompson against John, the one-of-a-kind.
Let's go, Kyle.
It certainly has been a one-of-a-kind. I'm interested to see what the Phillies' approach is going to be. Do they make him work and throw a lot of pitches knowing he's not going to be in there very long? Here's the numbers on the year. He strikes out just about everybody. It's crazy. Leadoff hitters, he strikes out at a 41% rate.
11 and
but
5.
What you're going to see is the uniqueness of the
202 strikeouts
since college comes over the top, and he has an extension of almost 7 feet when he releases the ball. That's why he's hard to hit.
Always got to watch out first pitch with this guy who
nice.
tried to crush that high fastball.
Gracious.
And Schwarber came up empty.
And what that means is he's not a very tall guy, but he gets down the mound, and his release point is as if almost 7 feet closer to the plate. So you can imagine 100 miles an hour like that.
Goodness gracious, he blowing right past Kyle.
Great ability to pitch in the strike
0-2.
Guys get swings and misses, which rarely happens with these kind of hitters today.
That fastball that we've seen first 2 pitches, his rotation mate Charlie Morton called it a unicorn pitch. It's obviously got the velocity, but these days everybody's got velocity. He's also got the deception you're talking about and so much conviction every time he throws it. It's muscled to short and caught by Dansby Swanson.
Yep.
So where did Strider come from? Well, played his college ball at Clemson, but he hardly pitched there. He had Tommy John surgery and only pitched 4 games his last 2 years. He was a 4th-round pick. Started last season in A-ball, reached the majors by the end of the year, started this season in the bullpen, moved into the rotation, racked up those strikeouts at an historic rate.
Easy, 200 strikeouts.
A 1.27 ERA. The Phillies against strikeouts
he only 6 feet?
7 for 73.
Well, it's incredible. When he gets the 2 strikes, you could almost forget it. 118 batting average against. And we're telling you all this because I don't know how long he's going to be in the game.
Talk fast, John. That's ball on Hoskins.
There's the first slider.
The
slider has the ability and throughout the year has been upgraded to be a swing and miss pitch as well. Basically a 2-pitch pitcher. And when that changeup comes along, watch out, league.
So you got the fastball that's the quote-unquote uniform
1-1
pitch. The slider that only Jacob deGrom gets more swings and misses on his slider. And that's a pitch that over the last year has gone from one end of the spectrum to the other.
1-2.
Well, what
After
you're going
the
to
foul
see,
ball.
which is unique, is his the way he rotates. Like he's got his foot already in position right there. Very few pitchers do this. So when he turns, he just goes straight line to home plate. He doesn't have to take his foot and move it like most pitchers do, and we'll see what Nola does, how different it is.
Goodness gracious. Damn strikeout. My goodness. He is Dylan.
Hard to believe that if Strider throws like this,
2 outs.
we're only talking about 3 innings of work, which is kind of the unknown right now of how long he will go based on the time that he missed. But
yo, he is Dylan right now. He's throwing all strikes.
Against the Phillies, who love to hit second best or third best average at 260, and you could tell they've been on the road for a long time, so they're happy to be home.
Yeah, it's a 17-day trip these Phillies just went on.
JT Realmuto,
including the 10 that pushed them into the postseason at the end of the regular year. 2 games in the wild card round, and then the 2 games in Atlanta. 14 games, 17 days. And so it's been a long few weeks, but it's been a long few years waiting to get back here for a playoff game. Drew. Fabulous catcher, JT Realmuto. 2 for 9 in this series. Laid on a fastball, and it's 1-1.
Gracious.
The one thing I was curious about today's game for him,
yo, he is throwing heat right now.
Is whether or not will he be.
He's all strikes.
Strike zone. Early on, he has been really good, right down the middle almost, and then throwing his slider will get better the more he has feel for it. That pitch will suffer being the time off.
Yeah, there for strike 2. The last pitch on September 18th when he injured his oblique. And you mentioned the 2 or 3 innings thing. That's what everybody's saying, that the expectations are with the fully rested pen after the day off yesterday.
1-2.
And
2 out.
Charlie Morton scheduled to go tomorrow. 101.
He throwing some damn heat.
Out of a 6-foot, 190-pound frame.
He really did change his
2-2,
which allows him to throw harder. And we already talked about the foot placement. Not many people there. It hurts my hip just looking at that right now. But that's what's allowed him to go, again, straight line towards home plate.
Goes down. 3-2.
Full count. Pitch was low. Full count.
Realmuto trying to extend the inning for Harper.
But he definitely doing a strike right here.
Spencer Strider.
Don't expect nothing else.
Comes in with a fastball.
Damn.
It's popped up.
Pop up.
Darno to the screen. Out of room.
Nice. All right, foul ball. Still 3-2. Full count. 2 outs. Nobody on.
Slugging percentage, and most times slugging percentage happens for the more or less in the strike zone. 320 slugging percentage in the strike zone against Strider. That just tells you all you need to know about how good his stuff is and how hard it is to pick up, because in the strike zone is where most of the hitters do their damage.
Out of the 3-2, and he got him.
Goodness.
Fastball by Realmuto to finish off.
God mercy. Yo, he's throwing heat. God damn. So 1, 2, 3 inning for the Braves. Score after the first inning, 0-0. So once we come back from commercial break, it'll be top of the second for the Braves. We're going to have to figure this guy out, man. But Schneider, I still don't know his damn name. We're going to have to remember his name, though, for the next couple years, because he is throwing some heat. Goodness gracious. Like a lot of our stuff, a lot of our swings wasn't even close. Cleveland over the Cleveland's on top of the Yankees, 3-2. In the top of the first. see here. What's this guy's name, man? Spencer Strider. Okay. 6 feet, 195, 23 years old. He's a righty. Columbus, Ohio. Yeah, he gonna be scary. My goodness, man. He only got 3 pitches, but man, he threw that fastball lovely. He got some smoke on his fastball too. Hopefully, he doesn't play, 6 innings. Hopefully we can, smack some runs off of him. Get him out of here a little early. We're still at commercial break. Once we come back, it'll be top of the second. Score still 0-0. Hey, let me know in the comments, how does the game audio sound?
Well, you've got a chance right now to win $5,000 of Big Papi's money playing Fox Bet Super 6. Get the free Super 6 app on your phone and enter your 6 picks in the NLDS contest. And if all 6 picks are right, you could win big. No score after an inning here in Game 3. The series is tied at a game apiece. Michael Harris leads off the second for the Braves and takes a strike.
Nice.
Michael Harris has had some success
0-1.
primarily on mistakes.
Let me know in the chat how the game audio sounds. Let me know.
Yeah, 2 home runs in the regular season for Harris against him.
Nice. 0-2. Good pitch. Good pitch. (0-2) for Aaron Nola. Nice. Nice. Get him out of here. Caught him looking. 1 out. Good pitch. Good pitch. Right at bottom corner. Bottom outside corner.
And Nola's fastball is on point, and that's the one area that he keeps getting better and better. And the Braves hitters, especially the ones who like to swing early, better find a mistake, or this game's going to be much like last game where it was 0-0 going into the 6th.
Yeah, and the Braves
Marcel Ozuna was at bat for the Braves.
Well, Brian Snicker looking at a couple things here, given Marcel Ozuna
1 out.
start as the DH. He's liked how Ozuna's at bats have looked lately, and he likes the fact that he's homered against Nola 3 times.
Pitch was low. 1-0.
Deliveries. You're going to see a more classic delivery. A lot of movement with the glove, but the feet of Nola, a different position than what we saw the feet of Strider.
Ooh, got him swinging. 1-1.
Here's his 1-1.
Got him swinging again. Way outside the plate. Wasn't even close. 1-2.
Ozuna's not picking it up at all. I mean, as soon as it leaves his hands, he's swinging. There's really, this is a pitcher's dream. You can do whatever you want right here. It's not starting in the strike zone, and he's missing it by a foot.
1-2 pitch. Nice. Second strikeout straight. He warming up.
He's a tall pitcher, but he has a little bit of a lower release point for a tall pitcher. And so the grip and the ball come
He was
out
early on that too.
But he's on top of the ball, which creates tight spin and gives it kind of a hump feeling that it's going up and then disappearing left. And his ability to do that against right-handers is as good as anybody.
He had a funky look in his own right, and then he's
2 outs.
2.5, but one of the lowest release points in baseball. Kind of a funky angle too.
He got him swinging. My goodness. 0-1.
Grissom getting the start almost by default because the other option at second base for
Vaughn
Brian
Grissom
is Orlando Arcia, who is 0 for 13 against Nola. And so they give Grissom his second at-bat of the postseason.
Nice. Right over the plate. 0-2. Aaron Nola is dealing right now, man.
This is on fire. This is what it should feel like in October.
You know, we measure everything in the game today. This is an extra adrenaline boost right here.
Nice. Got him swinging. Woo! Aaron Nola looking good, man. 1, 2, 3 inning. Aaron looking good, man. So we going to the bottom of the second. Score still 0-0. Bryce Harper be at plate when we come back. Aaron's starting to heat up now. He definitely looked good. More comfortable. Got rid of them first home playoff game jitters. Anybody in the chat who hasn't hit the like button yet, please, please, please go ahead and hit the like button for me. All the love and support is definitely appreciated. Oh, I messed that one up. What time is game two? I think game 4 is tomorrow at 2:00. So we'll definitely be there for that. We'll definitely be on for that as well. Yep, tomorrow start time is 2:07, so we'll be on for that. Still that commercial break right now. It'll be bottom of the second once we come back from commercial break. It's a lot more commercials than what I remember these past couple games. My goodness. All right, here we go.
Does not get much better than this. Spencer Strider against Bryce Harper.
This will be the fastest swing Harper has on the first pitch, I believe, if he swings at it.
Here we go.
Ooh.
Not fast enough.
Whatever you measure that, that'll be his timing mechanism. You knew he was going to come up there and swing. This is the greatest matchup. The best hitter against right-handers in Harper and one of the best pitchers against left-handed hitters in Strider.
That's high.
1 ball,
1-1.
John Harper, who has looked really good in this series.
He's looked a lot more calm in the sense that he knows coming into the postseason his swing wasn't great, so he's gone the other way. He stayed on the ball. He tries to hit a homer on the first pitch, and then he stays on the ball after that.
On this 1-1, he faces
Good,
up.
that was high, man. 1-2.
Did hit a homer on Saturday. Keying the Phillies game 2 win over the Cardinals to advance out of the wild card round. And then had a couple doubles in Atlanta. Power against
1-2.
Strider to Harper with a fastball that was
foul ball. Still 1-2.
I mean, this is a great fastball hitter here in Bryce Harper, who got one. I know it's 99, but it's down the middle and it's fouled back. Guys just don't see it.
I'm telling you, part of it has to do with the way that he throws a baseball and his release point. And certainly he's pitched long enough to where the numbers speak for themselves. It isn't an isolated situation. Hitters just don't see it in time to get the barrel of the bat to it.
Foul ball again. 1-2.
Now, here's where Darno and Strider got to be careful. And what I mean be careful is he's fouled off some fastballs. The temptation would be to go to the slider, but then that speeds up the bat of the hitter. And if his slider isn't sharp, Harper's going to do damage to it. This is the tough call, to stay with fastballs or go to slider.
Oh, my God.
Buried it to get it.
Damn. That was low and inside, and he swung at it.
It's not a great one. That's a pitch that can go a long ways.
Damn.
Give Strider the
strikeout, Bryce Harper.
That was just unhittable.
I'm-
After seeing
it's
99
ugly.
up and then come in with this, almost looked like a curveball.
Nick Castellanos is up.
The first 3 consecutive strikeouts, and
Let's go, Nick.
down up comes Nick Castellanos.
I honestly think another aggressive hitter, I mean, he's swinging as soon as he gets in the box. That's the hardest call for pitchers sometimes. When do I go?
Let's
off
go,
the
Nick.
ball that doesn't seem like he's catching up to it?
Yo, he is doing some heat.
And you know,
Goodness.
right, Harper, most aggressive guy first pitch. Castellanos, most aggressive guy, period. But it's like, yeah, I don't care. Nobody touches this. Nobody has all year. 0-2.
0-2.
And
Foul
what's
ball.
come of that is some moxie. Spencer Strider at this point believes every time he throws that pitch that it's going to be by the guy.
Yeah, and in the day and age where we got max effort pitching and max effort velocity, he doesn't look like it's – I mean, he's getting it, right? Don't get me wrong. It's not like he's falling down.
His mustache a little suspect, though.
Easy gas.
Foul
That's the
ball.
pitch, right?
0-2.
The first 3 out of the 5 that he's thrown have been on the flatter side. Now, that will give the Phillies an opportunity to hit if he doesn't make that pitch turn the corner. Because trust me, after 99 miles an hour and they see this, it looks more hittable. The one he threw to Harper is unhittable. Those are more hittable.
0-2 on Nick Castellanos. 3 hits in the first game of this series. Best game he's had in a long time.
He's still throwing that smoke down the plate, man. Goodness. Pop up to right field.
Play for out number 2. And Ronald play into this Philadelphia
2 outs.
crowd. And these pitchers here, this matchup, proven that great pitchers can come in any shape and any size and any delivery.
Here's the movement, a lot of leg movement, glove movement, and he comes to the high 3/4 side, right? Here's the different delivery, kind of short arms it. He doesn't see how you don't see the ball behind his body. Well, that's on purpose. Here's a split screen of where they put their foot, hang over the rubber, and then go down the hill and kind of do it in a different way. One has maybe Nolan Ryan's lower half, it looks like, and Nolan Ryan's fastball.
23-year-old from Knoxville, Tennessee. Poison a strike to Alec Bohm.
Another one. Goodness gracious. He is throwing some heat. I think his pitches is fastball, slider, and changeup.
Every pitcher wants to pitch.
Nice, good take.
And I said this
1-1.
last game, but the rhythm of the game allows each pitcher to be at their best when it's quick, crisp innings. You stay tight all the way, and then your team late gives you a run late, and you feel like that's 2 extra runs. Nola probably won't have a lot of time in between innings.
Check
and
swing.
Strider, based on the way
Yeah, he
they're
checked
going,
the swing.
won't have
Good.
a lot of time
2-1.
in between innings, which keeps them in rhythm. Bad news for hitters.
I'm picturing the 2 guys at the park playing chess with the timer. Make my move, ding. The other guy makes his move, ding. Back and forth, these 2 guys go. Good old-fashioned pitching matchup here in Game 3, like we had in Game 2 as well. Kyle Wright going 6 scoreless for the Braves. Wheeler, fantastic until the rally in the 6. 2-2 on Bohm.
The other thing that
He
I
blowing.
have noticed
He
watching
throwing
both these
everything
pitchers throughout the
past
year,
our
I don't think
hitters.
They care how many they strike
Goodness
out.
gracious.
You can get obsessed with strikeouts and
2
a
outs.
lot more pitches to get them.
2 balls,
At this
2
point in the year, you
strikes.
gotta get
Nobody
outs. If
on.
you get quick ones, that's awesome.
I don't even think we got a hit
If you
tonight.
strike them out, that's awesome.
Ground out the
Bounce the ball
first.
to first. Easy play, Matt Olson. Easy start for Spencer Strider. 6.
All right. 3 up, 3 down. Score still tied, 0-0. Top of the 3rd after the commercial break. I gotta tell you, man, Spencer Strider is gonna be somebody we have to watch out for, man. Especially being in the same division We got to worry about him, the Grom. I mean, that's rough. Sorry, third. It's a good pitching duel so far. It's definitely a good pitching duel so far.
How do you like this pitch in John Smoltz?
They're on point. That's what you dream about when you get to the postseason. Make your statement to the other team, knowing you're on your game, and it's going to be a battle to get a run.
9-1-2 for the Braves. Eddie Rosario pulls the first one that he sees.
Nice, right to second. Nice. You take that. One pitch, one out.
Get coverage beyond the
Good start.
expected with
Good start
T-Mobile
to the
this
top of the third.
postseason. Stream your team home or away and in the air with free Wi-Fi.
Nola's been so good. He has over almost 50% of 1, 2, 3 innings, right? As a pitcher, you dream of those. You want clean innings. And he does a great job throwing one of his first 2 pitches for strikes at about a 90% clip. So this could be 2 pitches, 2 outs. I mean, as aggressive as some of the players have got to be on each team, if you make your pitches, you can get through this game in less amount of pitches than normal.
Yeah, 8 of 9 first pitch strikes, first time through the order. Ronald
Nice.
Acuna. Nola, knowing how aggressive he is, wrinkles one up there. Acuna put a ball in play to begin
Speed
the game.
pitch right over the plate. 0-1.
The glove of Bohm, but he was stranded at third. On this 0-1, Acuna pulls it to Bohm.
Nice. The defense. Oh my God, Reese.
Acuna's back to the bag safely. Hoskins didn't.
Come on, Reese.
And the Phillies, who for a lot of the regular season were defined by how ugly the defense was, it's been ugly the last game plus now.
Yeah, a little bit uncharacteristic. He makes a great short hop and then really maybe just didn't put enough on it and it sinks. And that's the in-between nightmare for the first baseman. When you got the cut of the grass, it's not your traditional short hop. And that could have been an ugly play right there for both players trying to avoid each other. But see how that ball just dives in, hits the cutout?
Ah, mercy, man. Y'all killing this. It's an easy out.
Hoskins, but nonetheless, what looked like a routine out has turned into, in the playoffs, a rally. Anytime someone gets on first base,
it's a rally.
It's a rally.
Yeah.
Damn error.
Was able to get out of the rally in the first inning with no damage.
Foul ball.
They'll try to do the same here against the teeth of
0-1.
one on Dansby Swanson.
1 out. One on first after the error.
Swanson popped up his first time and is now 1 for 9 with 5 Ks in this series.
And again, I don't know if he's going to come and change his approach. Swanson's a middle to middle in power guy, gap to gap. If you don't stay on the ball against Nola, you're going to get strikeouts. If he thinks right field, center to right field, he can stay on the pitches away. Occasionally, like right now, he'll bust him in.
This is where Swanson's really good.
Nice.
Fouls it back though.
But he
0-2.
does that. You'll only see 2 in a game. He does that to own the outside part of the plate, because you have to make a guy who's in conscience that you will come in there. Otherwise, he'll start leaning out over the plate if you're not careful. So this pitch right here had a purpose for the next pitch, I believe, to be away, and
0-2.
more than likely successful for Nola.
So what you're saying is Swanson being a 190 hitter on pitches away, that doesn't matter if he doesn't fear your ability to come in. 0-2. Comes in
inside.
Change up misses.
1 and 2.
1.
That was way inside. Count is 1 and 2. 1 out. 1 on first after the error. Check at
One other
first.
person, I wish I knew who it was, threw over to first base more than Nola. Nola's second coming into this about 134 times he throws over to first, which, by the way, will change next year.
Yeah,
because there's a 2 per limit per at bat.
and then Ronald's going next year. 1-2. Good take on a change.
2 and 2.
Seen a couple Braves have really impressive takes on changeups. Olsen in that first inning, Swanson here. Former 7th overall pick against former 1st overall pick. Nola to Swanson with a 2-2. It's a fastball. Then it's lifted to right center
Pop up
field.
the center.
Marsh with the call. And the catch.
2 outs.
2 out. Yeah, time for a game break. We say hello to Kevin Burkhardt.
Joe, it took 10 innings, but the Guardians have evened their series in the Bronx with the Yanks. Josh Naylor with an RBI double off Jamison Tyone. Gave up an RBI
played that
single to Gonzalez
terribly.
before that. 4-2, the final in 10. I know it's only 2 games, but in those 2 games, Aaron Judge 0 for 8, 7 strikeouts, by the way.
Sheesh,
1-1,
0 for
head back to
8.
Cleveland. Joe and John.
All right, KB, and that was the whole question coming in, right? Like, if Judge has a day where he's not on, what do the Yankees do? Is there enough around Aaron Judge for the Yankees to make a run? And they'll go to Cleveland with that series tied at a game apiece. Other division series in the National League. Outside of this one, 1-1 as well. Dodgers and Padres.
1 and 1.
San Diego.
Sorry. 1-0.
Tonight. It's a ball on
2 outs.
Olsen.
1 on first. Matt Olson at the plate.
Zach Gallen is your answer. Zach Gallen. Yep. Throws over to first more than Nola. Nola's, Real Muto's got to be like, I got you, dude. Like, nobody runs on me. You don't have to help me that much. Here's the 1-0. In on him with a fastball.
Nice.
Straight up.
Pop up infield.
And straight down for Alec Bohm.
Nice.
That mound, which is not an easy thing, but he's got it. And Nola pitches around the air.
All right, so after the bonehead error, Phillies get out of that unscathed. Still tied 0-0, going into the bottom of the third. We don't even have a hit yet. No hits, nobody on base for the Phillies yet. So hopefully we need to work him a little bit more. Get him throwing a lot more pitches each at bat. Get him out the game early, especially if they was only planning on pitching him, 3-4 innings. We need to go ahead and expedite that because this guy's he killing us right now. He just blowing everything past us. There you go. Little quick commercial break. Once we come back, it'll be the bottom of the third for the Phillies. Quick commercial break. She'll be back in a second. Going into the bottom of the third once we come back.
Get your game on at MLBshop.com. Authentic on-field caps, tees, hoodies, and more. All your postseason gear. Wear with the champs wear at the official source, MLBshop.com. Bottom third of the Phillies order. Spencer Strider's retired the first 6. That's ball 1 on Brandon Marsh. And I know the expectation, John, was 2 or 3 innings, but how in the world can you be anywhere close to taking him out of this game right now?
Yeah, he'd have to show some signs of rust and or discomfort. And I think the one thing they like about him is pretty honest with them
Ball's up.
on how he
That's
feels
high.
and what he's
2-0.
doing. But it is a gap of time that they're going to have to keep. You know, when you go that long without pitching, there are some issues that you want to make sure you avoid.
Rob Thompson had a great line this week, too. He said there's a lot of liars in the postseason when it comes to how you're feeling. You were probably a pretty good liar, weren't you?
I was a liar.
No, ball's up.
That's high. 3-0. All right, good money. Just making it work, man. Make them work. Run that pitch count up. Y'all heard what he said. They trying to take him out early anyway. Let's get him out of here.
The Angels help stabilize that outfield defense.
Nice. He walked him. 4 straight balls.
So the first base runner against Spencer Strider. For more on the right-hander, here's Ken Rosenthal.
Well, Joe, here is how much faith the Braves have in Spencer Strider. They gave him a 6-year, $75 million contract extension, even though he's been in the big leagues for just over a year. Now, Alex Anthopoulos, the Braves president of baseball operation, is known for locking up young players long term, but this is the first time he's done it with a pitcher, and the money was extraordinary. $30 million more than the Phillies gave Aaron Nola coming off a third-place Cy Young finish in 2019. $19 million more than the Marlins gave Sandy Alcantara, who is the likely Cy Young winner in the National League this year.
That's 5 straight balls, Kenny, as he misses with the first one to Gene Segura. And in order to make that long contract, what Alex Anthopoulos has not done for pitchers, Kenny's talking about, he said, look, this is a guy, I know there's the injury history, I know there's a small track record, but he said, I've never seen a young pitcher like him. And he's been around some good ones. He was in LA as they were bringing up Urias and bringing up Buehler. And he's been in Atlanta as Fried and Wright have developed. And he said he's never seen this package of ability, makeup, and stuff.
Well, there's definitely had an incredible year. I guess, the only thing you question is the timing of when it was given and the fact that I don't think he ain't tickled about it. Strider's excited.
Whew. 1 and 2. The Phillies with their first traffic against Strider. Marsh has good wheels. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Gene Segura. Fouls it back.
Every once in a while during the season, he got a little command-oriented off, and that's one of
My
the
bad,
things,
little phone call right now.
he hits
Let
home
phone
runs,
call real quick.
How do you score runs? Well, you run out of the strike zone a little bit, and then one of those hits scores a run. So
1-2 count, no outs.
Dugout,
Runner on
missed
first.
4 consecutive pitches up, or 5, and something reset him. That slider reset him back in the zone.
Another 1-2. He goes back to the slider. Segura lays on.
Yo, nice. Good check swing. 2-2. Good check swing. Good check swing.
Strong. Yeah, it's just getting ready to say you got to be some kind of strong to have the barrel of the bat straight up and down. Unorthodox style of hitting. Finds a way to get the bat to the ball, and then he found a way to stop the bat from crossing home plate.
32-year-old
All right, 2-2, no outs.
With the Phillies, postseason for the first time.
Yes, sir. Outside the plate. 3-2.
Well, now an interesting decision here for Rob Thompson, because do you trust Segura against a strikeout machine pitcher to send your runner and trust your hitter at the plate that he will make contact?
Full count.
Not running. Fouls
Foul ball.
to get the 97 up there.
0-2. I'm sorry. Yep. 3-2 count.
Gene Segura
No outs.
2 months earlier
Runner on
this year with
first.
a broken finger. He had surgery on that finger. Came back in early August and just has one of those swings that he can miss a couple months like that, and he comes back and it's line drives all over the yard.
Yeah, he may not hit for a lot of extra base hits with against right-handers, but he can find some hits.
On the 8th pitch.
Oh, my God. He swung at that. Damn. That was low and outside.
That just came out that way.
This is 4th strikeout so far.
Is that no 2 are the same, right? He threw a couple that were up and flat, and then that one looks more like the curveball, and that's what makes him unique. You see the spin on that ball and the tight spin away from the strike zone.
4th strikeout.
Come on, Gene. We needed that one.
Strider.
People at home are saying, why do guys swing at that pitch? That's a ball. Yeah. Well, yeah, but you got to protect against 99, and that tight break is hard to do.
Rookie matchup here with Bryson Stott, who takes ball 1.
Nice. 1-0.
Contract for Strider, part of the master plan for Anthopoulos, which has been a lot of these long deals for young players. Anthopoulos came over before the 2018 season, started with the long deals for Acuna and Ozzie Albies. And then this year, he's been handing them out.
That's not no strike.
Since the start of this year,
that's crazy.
The Braves have committed $527
1-1
to 4 players, and you're seeing them. That is the rookie right there, and Michael Harris. You got Strider on the mound. We saw Riley, third baseman, Matt Olson at first base. All those guys long-term extensions this season.
Nice. 1-2. Good pitch. 1-2.
Looks like here to stay, locking up all these core pieces. And then, of course, you hope for continued performance and health. And you hope that you can bring a guy like this back. Swanson headed into free agency this winter. See if there's any money left. Well, that one's thrown by.
Nice.
Brandon Marsh makes the turn, heads for third. Olsen's throw.
Nice. First to third. Nice.
And a 2-base error from Spencer Strider.
Nice. The error going to cost him, too. That's going to cost him. That's going to cost him. Nice. Nice. To get from first to third on the error.
Well,
we needed that.
With a good throw, but it's a long throw that Olsen had to make. But he made his mind up right there. When he saw the ball, he goes, I'm going to third. Olsen gets it plenty of time, but the short hop, and off the bag gets Marsh to third. With a strikeout pitcher at the plate. Now, if Stott can put it in play, the Phillies could have the lead.
Changes everything here. Infield comes in for the Braves. Strider comes home.
Outside.
2-2 on
Nice,
Scott,
2-2.
who suddenly finds himself in a key spot early in this
Yep,
game.
He
absolutely.
has struggled. If he has one pitch he struggles, a 95 or above fastball is where most of his strikeouts come in. I wouldn't expect anything different out of.
Come on,
Strider. He can
Scott.
pump a heater
Bring him in,
with 2
Scott.
strikes.
He
Foul
did.
ball.
He stayed alive.
2-2.
And that's all Stott wants to do is if he can find a pitch that he makes a mistake with the infield in, you don't have to hit it very good. You just have to get it over the heads of the infielders.
Phillies raced out of the gates in this series, had the early 7-1 lead, looking for their first run since the 5th inning of Game 1. Can Stott give it to him?
Oh, come on. It was inside. You didn't have to swing at that. 3-2.
Missed on a third of his swings. The last 2 months, he only misses on 1 of every 10 swings.
He's made a nice adjustment. They really were beating him up. They were worried about the fastball that he wasn't getting to. And over the course of the season, he's done a much better job making that adjustment, to your point.
Another 2-2 from Strider. Stott fouls it off.
Foul ball. Good. Good. Making you work.
First round draft.
Make him work.
2019. Highly
He had 48
prospect,
pitches
strong
already.
first
Make him
round
work.
year. In fact, was sent to AAA after he started the season 6 for 66 and only got another chance this year because of a couple of injuries. They're trusting him here down the stretch. Started him at short in the postseason. The game has found him. Runner at third and a scoreless third. Here's a 2-2.
Nice. Foul ball again. Make him work. Run that pitch count up. Make him work.
The pitch up and in over the plate at the top of the zone, he would not be able to do that. The pitch away, if he's in a defensive mode, he can do that. And again, the same dilemma. 2-2, bunch of fastballs. You go to the slider, but that's a speed-up type pitch to a left-handed bat who can't catch up to the fastball.
On the 9th pitch, that comes.
Let's go.
The Phillies take the lead.
That's a double, ain't it?
From Bryson Stott. 1-0 Philadelphia.
Let's go, Scott. Let's go. That's an RBI double for Scott. Needed that.
That's why it's a tough call. A guy's not catching up to your heater. He's fouling off. So you try to go to the kill pitch, but this
Exactly.
speeds up the bat, and it gets the barrel to the bat, and it allows him to do exactly that, hook it down the line. As a pitcher, you're like, I don't want to throw 6 more pitches and have him fouled off. Let me go to this pitch.
He got
That pitch is the
impatient.
one that he hits.
Bryson Stott's first career postseason hit has the Phillies on the board for the first time since the 5th inning of Game 1.
Great job by Stott, fouling off the fastballs and getting him to that pitch with 2 strikes. You talked about the Braves teams here to stay. I think this team's built pretty good to stay too. I like a lot of the moves.
That's good money.
I know
We needed that one.
Well, in early June, this team had there was no speculation that they were going to be in the playoffs based on the way they were playing, but all those moves started to come together, and this offense, which I think can carry some of the warts that the team had, did their job, and they got on a roll, and they've been connected ever since.
29 pitches over the first 2 innings for Spencer Strider against this Phillies lineup. 21 this inning. All
right, so they're warming up. They're warming up a reliever already.
Put Schwarber on. So first and second with 1 gone.
Okay, so they walk Kyle.
Reese Hoskins.
They walked him.
You saw Dylan Lee has started to warm in that.
Tension to walk.
So
They in some trouble right now.
But Hoskins will after they went 0 for 2.
Let's go, Reese.
First inning, 1 for their last 36.
We need this from Reese Hoskins.
And again, a first pitch slider would concern me a little bit throwing to Hoskins if you're thinking along the lines of Darno and this pitcher.
Fastball.
Stop playing! Stop playing! Let's go! Damn, he smacked it. Oh, 3-run home run. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. The rookie out of here. Damn, he smacked it. Oh, he smacked it. He knew it was good, too. He knew it was good. As soon as he hit it, he knew it was good.
That is how you make a statement when you've been struggling. That's how you make a statement.
Goodness gracious. He killed that joint. He killed it.
And that is what the Phillies were looking for in the top of their order.
It's a mistake walking Kyle. Goodness gracious.
Philly period on the mound in this game in Nola. Well, the longest
he done.
Position player
he
just
done.
A 3-run home run.
He done.
Hoskins every day at spring training walks.
We up 4-0 right now. He done. Another single. They about to pull him. They about to pull him. They about to pull him. He ain't ready. He not ready. They about to pull him. He knew it was good as soon as he hit it.
Boy, he let it go. When he broke into this league, that left field seemed super short for Hoskins. And a true professional's been through everything, and he was.
Yo, that is crazy.
I don't know.
Damn, he smacked that joint.
That game, well, this kind of makes up for it.
This thing's been turned on its head. They couldn't touch Spencer Strider through 2 innings. Suddenly they leave
they pulled him. They pulled him. Damn, they pulled him. Get him out of here. Damn, they pulled him. They had to get rid of him. Oh my goodness. I know it's rocking down there right now. I know it's rocking in that stadium right now. They pulled him. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What he went 2 1/3. Gave up 4 runs. Was that 2 walks? Yeah, that's a bad start. His first playoff game in Philly. Give up a 3-run home run. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. We got a pitching change coming up. Spencer Strider has been pulled from the game after giving up a 3-run home run. And literally his very next pitch, he gave up a single. So the Braves is making a pitching change right now. So commercial break. When we come back, it'll be Phillies 4-0 with 1 out and a runner on first. I think it's JT Remuto will be at bat. Oh, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Bank Park with Rhys Hoskins, who just hit a 2-run homer. Rhys, you saw the long at bat with Bryson Stott. What was your approach coming up to the plate with the first pitch?
I mean, we all know he throws hard. He's got to be on the fastball there. I was just lucky to get one in the middle of the plate and down. And he's tough to hit, right? He's tough to square up. That's why he's pitching in this game. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know after that. I don't know if my feet touch the ground.
After all your struggles, what did that home run mean to you?
Just trying to win a game here. Regardless of what I'm doing, the Phillies are winning games. That's why we're here. It's 4-0 here in the third. We got a lot of game to play, but it's nice to be on top.
Rhys, thank you very much. Joe, back to you.
All right, Kenny, thanks to Reese for visiting with us as Dylan Lee comes in to face Bryce Harper. 4-0 on the Hoskins homer. Now
Stop playing. He gave up another one. Another home run. Yo, that's crazy. Damn. He come in the game first pitch and give up a 2-run home run. Damn. Damn. Oh, they smacking him. Yo, they on a roll right now. Yo, this is crazy. Damn, Bryce smacked one on him. Wow. Crazy.
4 straight hits in a 4-pitch span for the Phillies,
wow.
And it's 6-0.
6-0.
17 days on the road. We talked about in the open how they love to hit at home. They haven't been at home, it seems like, in a month, and they come home and do exactly what they had hoped to do offensively, make a statement, and that is duly noted.
Castellanos.
Wow, another hit.
Batting practice.
Yeah, this is crazy. They swinging at all the first pitches too. That's a single for Nick Castellanos.
Well, both guys got a pitch they wanted to hit, and they didn't miss it. Center.
Bryce smacked that joint.
Doesn't matter with Harper.
Goodness gracious.
And just like that, it is 6-0.
6-0.
Walk, a wild throw, and then 5 straight hits on 5 straight pitches, or 5 straight run, basically.
Hits on hits.
Alec Bohm up.
Yeah,
1 out.
Lead as Alec Bohm comes up.
Runner on first.
Well, Kenny got Reese
in the dirt. 1-0.
Bryce home run off the left-hander. First pitch. What's your thought process going in?
Yeah, I was just fired up, ready to go, ready for pitch 1, and I know he likes his heater, so ready for it.
What is it like in this building right now?
It's incredible, unbelievable. These fans showed out for us each and every day, and they continue to do that, and this is incredible right here. What an atmosphere. We got a long ways to go, but good spot we're in right now.
Bryce, thank you very much.
Bohm pops this one up.
Pop up to the infield, second baseman.
And this is the kind of
2 out.
that Bryce Harper signed up for. The 13-year contract. Said he wanted a city that he liked. He wanted a park that he felt like he could hit in. And he wanted a team that he felt like he could win with. And it's been a bit. 3 seasons,
hit that
no
joint.
playoff trips. It's part of his first postseason series win in the wild card round in St. Louis. And now gets to enjoy this, the kind of day that he had envisioned when he signed the 13-year deal.
You know what I think? Kind of subconsciously, he also wanted the Phillies to be relevant in October and not just about football. Oh, by the way, the football team is pretty relevant, 5-0, but now they're having to share the glory a little bit with this run that the Phillies are on.
Strike on mark.
0-1.
Started this inning with a walk.
Y'all done. Y'all done. Hmm. 0-2.
What's interesting about Dylan Lee is he had one of the
0-2, 2 out.
percentages.
Runner on first.
Pitch that he
Let's go, Brandon.
2 in a row. He had given up hits and given that man a huge cushion.
Foul ball. Still 0-2.
Nola's great through 3 scoreless innings. And has put up zeros now in 30 of his last 31 innings. The Phillies now with a 6-run lead for him. Series tied at a game apiece. The winner of game 3, when the series is tied at 1, wins the series more than 70% of the time.
Yeah, it's kind of tied to game 1. There was a
Foul ball. Still 0-2.
Yep. best of 5, your memory and your tension has less times to recover from either an unexpected win or getting behind. In a best of 7, you don't have to worry about the narrative pretty much until game 3 or 4. In a best of 5, it's really the team that jumps out early puts on a lot of pressure, no matter what team is being put to the test down 2-1.
Another 0-2 from Dylan Lee. Marsh watches ball 1 just off
1 and 2.
Veteran crew chief Bill Miller's back there tonight. And now Jake Odorizzi begins to warm. Jackson Stevens down there as well. Runner takes off on a foul ball.
Still 1 and 2.
Spencer Strider went 6 up and 6 down. Was cruising. And the Phillies with 6 in this 3rd inning.
I know it doesn't seem like much, but I'm telling you, that tough decision to throw that slider there on 2-2 kind of changes the narrative of your mindset and maybe your invincibility that you may be feeling, even though he wasn't going to go a long time. It just really changed the way Strider approached the rest of the hitters after that.
Another 1-2. Marsh takes
nice. 2-2.
And this is the kind of thing that the Phillies have done throughout the year. They may have a day like Wednesday in Atlanta where they get shut out on 3 hits, but then they can come back the next night and look like the greatest offense ever.
I've always liked their lineup, and I've been kind of dumbfounded at times when it looks like they go through stretches where nothing's connecting. But when it is connecting, they got power. They got a little speed.
Pop up.
Yeah,
Second baseman.
Shallow center field for Dansby Swanson.
All right.
His 3rd inning
That's it.
Close. Wow.
All right. So after a while, 6th inning, Phillies put 6 runs on the board. We going to the top of the 4th. It'll be Phillies 6, Braves 0. We smashed the rookie, got him out of here, got him off the mound. We followed his man up with 2 more runs. Hey man, you can't ask for nothing more. Aaron Nola got 6 runs to play with. Yeah, it's gonna be a long, long day for these Braves. It's loud. It's about to get a little colder outside now. It's getting dark. Yeah, it's not looking good for them. But I'm happy though. Hopefully we get a nice quality start from Aaron Nola. Get him at least through the 7th. Finish him off with our bullpen. That'd be love right there for us. But Phillies up 6-0. We're going into the top of the 4th after the commercial break.
His career 3-run home run in that 6-run inning. Now Aaron Nola goes back to work at strike one on Austin Riley. Boy, they put him in a rocking chair here, up 6.
He sure did. And that's the fastest I've ever seen a game turn on 5 consecutive pitches like the Phillies just did. And they gave their ace a lot of room for error.
Down 1-1.
One thing that Nola has been great throughout the postseason, no one's been able to really get his curveball. Braves 0 for 6 against the curveball, and in the postseason 1 for 16 on that pitch. So unless he gets out of the strike zone, Nola's in there to stay for a while.
A big October for the Nola brothers. His brother Austin, catcher for the Padres, hitting .333 in the postseason so far.
All right, so count 2-1 right now.
Padres to take on the Dodgers after us tonight.
We got Riley at the plate.
Austin was the one that got Aaron involved in baseball. Austin's 3.5 years older than Aaron. Riley sends one in the air to left center field.
Pop up
Marsh
to center.
back on it, has room.
Nice.
For the first out of the 4th.
1 out.
Yeah, so here is graphic proof that the Dodgers and the Padres are next here on FS1. Tomorrow we'll be back here for Game 4 of this series, starting at 1 Eastern. Then a pair of pivotal.
Oh, is that who's starting at 1?
Division series, Astros and Mariners.
Why are they starting at 1 tomorrow?
Both those games on TBS.
Speaking of those two, I think I have the story right. First time they faced each other, Aaron
Oh, let's say 207 for me.
presented the ball to him, I think, at Thanksgiving. And then this year, his brother got a hit off of him, so he can return the favor, maybe this same Thanksgiving.
Here's Darno. Not only did he strike him out first time, John, but
Good
he
pitch.
struck him out
0-1.
on 3 straight fastballs, including the 2 hardest fastballs of his season.
That's outside.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And one thing that people don't really understand, the importance of the fans and in the tension of a postseason, when the fans are at a heightened alert, right? A walk, it's a rally, anything that happened like there, a throw away from the first baseman. It is so intense that they're into it. Regular season game, not as much.
2-1.
You get adrenaline as a pitcher that can work for you or against you. Once you learn how to use the adrenaline for you, you get that extra mileage on your fastball and your extra crispness on finishing a hitter, because the regular season, if there was 2 strikes on this batter right here, they wouldn't all be standing for a strikeout.
Yeah.
They do that in the postseason.
That's ripped down the line.
Nice.
Darno
Okay.
deposits it into the corner, and he's got extra bases
Hit
here.
the left.
His solid postseason continues with a 1-out double.
Oh, he got it.
I remember the first time experiencing it when we went from worst to first. I think I threw my first 7 or 6 pitches up high. Couldn't get the ball down. I mean, the crowd, it was unreal. And then you learn how to do it. And it's an adrenaline that is unmatched that you could ever go through short of your first All-Star game. But the playoffs are so special. And once you get a taste of it, you want it for the rest of your life.
Here's Michael Harris getting a taste in his first season. Still looking for his first hit in this series at 0 for 8. And the people, John, that know Aaron Nola best, they say one of the reasons they wanted so badly for him to have a chance to do this was because they figured he would be wired right for it. Pitched in a lot of big games at LSU. Has pitched in big games in Philadelphia, but nothing like these last 2. Postseason debut, wild card round in St. Louis, and then this one tonight.
Nice, good pitch.
His preparation
1-1.
and work ethic is second to none from what I understand. So everything he does to go about to get ready to pitch and make his starts, you know, it just seems like that's in his DNA wheelhouse to get to a game like this.
No, it's outside.
2-1.
2-1. Let's go, Aaron. I know you're a little cold. I need you to get back on track, bro.
Offense get him 6 runs. You get about a half an hour rest there. How long before you start to worry a little bit about rust?
Oh, 30 minutes is the one good thing short of an injury that takes you away from the time of the game. You know you're getting runs if it's 30 minutes.
Right.
So it's the push and pull that you'll deal with.
Make it worth it, boys.
So when it's 30 minutes,
2-2.
You find yourself, okay, great. All right, 3 runs, great, 4, 5. And there comes a point where you're like, that's enough. Let me get me out back on the mound, because you want to continue that rhythm you had, you know, before the team scored all those runs.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Michael Harris. Darno at second, 1 gone. Here comes. Pounds it foul.
Foul ball. Still 2-2.
Enjoyed the thrill of the postseason with the MLB app. Get daily lineups, live pitch-by-pitch coverage, and more in our free app with over 150,000 reviews. Download the MLB app today. Change up, put in play, and Nola's going to get him in.
Nice. 2 outs. 2 outs. Aaron Nola at 51 pitches so far.
Let's see if Ozuna makes an adjustment. He saw 3 curveballs, and I don't know what length bat it would have taken for him to hit the pitches that they were thrown. So I wouldn't expect anything different here if I'm Nola. But let's see if Ozuna makes a change to his approach.
Brian Sinker had to be sitting there saying, "Now, what in the world?" I'm talking about how I like your at-bats lately, how you've seen Nola well through the years, and then that's what I get?
Nice.
Cheesed him up first pitch.
Nice. 0-1. 2 outs. Runner on second.
Now he's really in Ozuna's head and not knowing. I mean, I just saw 3 curveballs in a row, and then you went fastball center cut. Now what? Let's find out.
No balls inside.
Backup breaking ball. Ozuna is the rare right-handed hitter that hits right-handed pitching better than he does lefties. 23 home runs this year. 22 of them came against righties. Hot finish after a bad first few months. On a 1-1 from Nola. Fastball is away.
2-1.
2.
Well, at this point, I know there's no way that the Braves are going to get back in this game unless they make Nola work super hard and figure out a way to swing at only strikes, right? Because he'll be in here to finish it if they're not careful. So they got to find a way to chip away and get a 2-out hit, especially in this inning. That would help feeling better about the 6 they just gave up.
On a 2-1, Ozuna takes
3-1.
Boy, oh boy, what are you going to do if you're the Braves and he's getting that?
Now that one right there, that sets up the breaking ball away. That would probably be a swing and a miss. He got two inches off the plate. Late movement, but Ozuna's like, come on.
It's hard enough already, Blue.
Nice. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Aaron Nola Dillon right now, man. So we're going to commercial break. When we come back, it'll be bottom of the 4th. Phillies up 6-0. We killing them right now, man. Aaron Nola Dillon. Let me know who all in the chat. Let me know who all in the chat. Phillies up 6-0. Looking good. Bats is heating up. Well, that ain't heating up. Bats is hot. Aaron Nola, Dillon. We should be able to get 3 more innings out of Aaron Nola. So, we'll see how he does these next 2 innings. If he can keep his pitch count low, 10 to 15, we might be able to squeeze him. We might be able to squeeze the 7th inning out of him. We'll see what happens, but team look good right now. This team look good, man. I can't even lie. They look good. Goodness, like these commercials done got longer.
Six nothing. Phillies getting 6 in the third to chase Spencer Strider from this game. Jake Odorizzi takes over for the fourth. Gene Segura takes ball 1.
Well, Odorizzi, he's not necessarily going to miss a lot of bats. He's want to create spin, two seam, and then cut his fastball and try to keep the ball out of the middle of the plate.
Braves got him from the Astros at the deadline for Will Smith. His 1-0 pitch is a little high, 2-0.
And really what they're going to hope he does with the score being 6-0 is how many innings can he save the bullpen for if this game doesn't go the way, if they don't rally and come back, they're going to need every resource with tomorrow with Charlie Morton on the mound.
That's outside.
Yeah,
Nice. 3-0.
To that discussion.
He come out cold already.
Why choose Strider here instead of tomorrow? And
making work, Gene. Don't swing at nothing. Making work.
You've just got to hope that Morton can be better tomorrow than he's been for a lot of this year, or that's going to become a
nice
game too. That's a hard
walk. 4-0.
No, it is a hard way. I think,
nice.
The decision really is a tough one when you talk about the unknown of what you're going to get from a young guy who hadn't pitched in a while. I think what they thought is that Charlie Morton is a known commodity in the postseason, regardless of if he's locked in or not. The moment won't get him. And depending on what happens in this game, it won't matter to Charlie Morton tomorrow. So,
no outs. Runner on first after that walk.
Postseason already, and the new formula has been if your pitcher goes out and does what he's supposed to do, and let's say gets into the 7th inning, record 7-2. The short outings are more of a flip of the coin.
Let's go, Scott.
And get your ball club to the end.
That's a theme as old as the game itself.
0-1.
Strike one on Bryson Stott, who started the scoring with a double. Let's check in with Ken.
Well, David Adler of MLB.com just tweeted that the fastball Hoskins hit out for the homer was the slowest or tied for the slowest of Spencer Strider's career. So it's certainly fair to ask if they waited an inning too long. But the thinking today, guys, was
pop up.
Riley.
Third baseman got
the
it.
thinking simply was
1 out.
they could empty their
1 on
bullpen.
first.
Brian Snitker told us before the game their bullpen was in the best position it could possibly be in. And then Charlie Morton could offer length tomorrow. So it made sense, but it was always going to be tricky with Strider. Knowing how long he could go, knowing when he would start to fade, they didn't know, and we saw what happened there.
Yeah, and I think, look, it's easy to now say, okay, he got blown up in that 3rd inning. We were making the comment right before that rally started. He can't come out of this game anytime soon. I mean, you couldn't have touched him, even given the recent history. He'd only thrown 29 pitches at that point, and it happened so fast. Schwarber launches one, but foul.
Yeah, the one
I
thing
heard that. Goodness gracious.
Those are always tough decisions because there's an unknown.
Man, you can hear that.
In the postseason.
0-1.
And he dominated the regular season.
1 out.
Had he not had that injury, I'm sure it would have just been right up the 5 and 6, 7 innings he kept pitching. But that injury derailed just the known factor of he was probably never going to go 5 or 6. They were just hoping to get 3 to 4. But you're right. It happened really quick, and there was much time to get him out.
That one hit Schwarber.
It hit Kyle. Hit pitch. Hit by the pitch.
Over the place in this first inning out of the pen. 4-pitch walk, and after the pop up,
1 out. Runners on first and second. After Kyle was hit by a pitch. Reese Hoskins, let's go. Player of the game so far.
Ovation from this crowd wash over. 6th season, and has certainly had his ups and downs. He'd tell you he's a very streaky player. He can go on some runs where he'll carry an offense, but then that makes it maddening when he goes into the kinds of slumps that he's been prone to throughout his career. This year, 4th consecutive year of at least 25 home runs, and it was his most consistent one yet. Jumped all over the first pitch that he saw for that 3-run home run last time.
That's a terrible pitch. What the hell was that?
And for more on
1-0.
here's Kennigan.
Rob Thompson told us before the game that he spoke with Rhys Hoskins yesterday in the training room, and he told Rhys to get lost in the team, meaning just try to do whatever you can to help the team win. I spoke to Rhys before the game, and he said it's easy to do with this team. They are very supportive of each other. And also, while he can't ignore all the noise around him from fans and media, he said he also takes solace in his family. His father Paul is here. His sister
That's a good
Mel,
pitch.
second-year
1-1.
medical student at Penn State. They got him through it.
Listen, the postseason is a magnifier of the worst and the best in a too short of time. It's unfair, but it is what it is. That's what makes it so great and so nauseating. Because if this were just a stretch in the regular season, it would be a stretch. 1 for
out.
18 happens more than you know. It just can't happen in the postseason in everyone else's mind. So, you know what? This guy's got such an unbelievable swing for power in this ballpark. I believe him when he says he's a streaky hitter, and those things will average out. Power will not disappear from his swing.
Yeah, the valley of the 1 for 18 start and the defensive mistake the other night in Atlanta that opened the door for the 3 Braves runs. The peak of probably the biggest swing of his career here today.
No, it's outside.
1 game
Yes,
later.
sir. 2-2. Good call. 2-2.
They call it the mind monsters you got to battle in the postseason. They don't ever come to you in the regular season after you're 0 for 8 in your first 2 games. They don't say, what's going on? How can you not get a hit? Are you nervous? Like, they don't do that. But if you don't get off to a good start in a postseason, they kind of focus on it.
2-2.
Foul ball. Still 2-2.
Hoskins was a 5th-round draft pick out of Sacramento State. Never on any prospect lists, even though he hit at every level that he was at. Debuted in 2017, set the world on fire. He had 18 home runs in his first 34 games. That was more than any big leaguer ever had in that short a stretch of time to start a career. Fastest Philly ever to 30 home runs. Fastest ever to 100 RBIs and 100 walks. And in the postseason for the first time this year.
Foul ball again. 2-2.
2-2.
Nice.
Well, knows that start to his career, boy, he did not miss a pitch in his zone. And then, and I don't know how much this had to do. I mean, you always can say you got hit in the face, and that changes some of your, I don't know, to some people it's no big deal, but he's always had, like, this ballpark is meant for him. That left field porch, meant for him.
Foul ball. He making them work, though. You can't be mad at it. He making them work.
It's been a tale of 3 stretches in this series. They busted out of the gates in game 1. They had the 7-1 lead over the first 5 innings, and then they were shut out over the next 15 before the 6 runs in the 3rd inning today. Another 2-2 to Rhys Hoskins.
No, he didn't.
Nice. 3-2. Good take.
How hot he is.
Good take.
He does this. He sees more pitches than any hitter in baseball. Sometimes those end in
Making the
walks.
pitcher work, man. This is
They
8th
go
pitch.
well. A lot of times they end in strikeouts. They put it all together, though. This has been a really good player in his 6th year with the Phillies. The payoff. Hoskins.
Strikeout. Went down swinging. 2 outs. Runners on 1st and 2nd. JT Remuto is up next.
Then Ariel Muto.
I asked Rob Thompson, I mean, we always talk about these numbers as players, home road splits, how do guys, I mean, I just said, can you explain the success they have here at home? And he said, I really can't other than familiarity, right? I mean, they just love
Let's go, JT. Oh, come
The
on.
change up there. No balls, 1 strike. Throw back to second in a close play as Segura had gotten a large secondary.
0-1 for JT.
This was an interesting developing play. The throw was made before he could get there to the bag. And a good throw.
Oh, 2.
Couldn't ask for a better day in October here in Philly. Rain yesterday, nasty. Just this, and then today.
It was definitely nasty yesterday.
Picture perfect.
Mid-60s. Be nice again tomorrow. A little earlier start time for game 4. Another sellout. Two on with 2 out and an 0-2.
Foul ball.
The Eagles at home Sunday?
Yeah, against the Cowboys Sunday night. Only unbeaten team in the NFL. Nick Sirianni is here. I actually showed Nick Sirianni and his family up in one of the boxes, and he got a huge round of applause. What a time to be a Philly sports fan. Another 0-2 pitch to JT Realmuto is fouled off.
Foul ball.
Love when
Still
crossover
0-2.
sports feel the energy, right? Whether it's remember there you see the coach right there. Whenever there's teams in the city doing well, you share in it and you feel good about it. I remember when the Cleveland Indians were in the World Series against Chicago and LeBron James was playing for Cleveland, and just the buzz in that city. They had waited so long for a World Series. Unfortunately, it didn't go their way, but the buzz was unbelievable.
It's a terrible pitch.
Couple like that.
Goodness, what was that?
Like in his footing.
1-2. Something happened with that one. That was ugly.
I don't know how Darnell caught the first one. I have no idea. That one was a little easier to catch, but you never anticipated as a catcher, as both catchers are talking about it. He just spikes it. And that one at least came back as if it was thrown in the air on the outside part of the plate.
Yeah, hit him right in the chest. A walk and hit by pitching this inning. Another 1-2 is lofted to left. Rosario drifting.
Oh, man, I thought he had it. Damn, pop up the left.
And ends the 4th.
Oh, I thought he had it. We was about to go crazy. All right, so Phillies couldn't get nothing on the board. Bottom of the 4th. Commercial break. Once we come back, it'll be top of the 5th. Phillies up 6-9. I think what I'm gonna do, man, is I'm gonna start looking for some options for like some at least some music or something I can play during these commercial breaks. I've been doing some research, but I haven't got nothing definitive. But I'll definitely make sure I get something for us tonight or tomorrow. But it'll definitely be before game 4 tomorrow. We definitely got a busy weekend. We got what we got tomorrow? We got game 4 of the Phillies at 2:00. I know there's a fight on tomorrow. I think this Deontay Wilder, and I forget the guy he's fighting, but that should be a good fight. So they haven't done a fight in a while since Triple G and Canelo, so we might actually do that fight. Sunday, it'll be the Chiefs and the Bills at 4:00, unless the Phillies is playing in the game 5, which I hope not. So if it's game 5 for the Phillies, then we'll be doing the Phillies game. But if not, then we'll be doing the Chiefs and the Bills. Then obviously Sunday night football, obviously it's Cowboys and Eagles. So that's definitely a must see. So I got a nice little busy weekend. We didn't do Thursday night football yesterday. That was a snore fest. I don't think we're doing Monday night. I think Monday night is Chiefs and Broncos, not Chiefs, Chargers and Broncos, and I already told you guys I'm not watching another Broncos game until they get they SHIT together. So we got two streams Saturday, two streams Sunday, and then we'll pretty much just be off either until that Thursday. But what is the Sixers? Okay, I think the Sixers got their first game Tuesday, so we'll probably be doing that. So
Down. It's Penn State and Michigan on Big Noon.
it's about to get busy for us, but we're gonna be here.
Spartans squaring off at 4 with 7th-ranked USC.
A lot of streams.
Finishing off a great triple.
I gotta make sure I get consistent on posting these shorts.
It's going to go Michigan State, and an upset with USC.
USC
It's about to get busy for the streams, though.
Is Utah favored? Is it in Salt Lake? Must be. All right. Holding you to it. Vaughn Grissom. They're right
Nice.
down in the truck.
Yeah.
On one. Good pitch, Aaron.
Solid goal. Yeah.
Strike on Grissom. 8-9-1 for the Braves in this 5th inning against Aaron Nola. In his 8th season in the big leagues. When the Phillies get him 6 runs as they have tonight, he's 36.
Nice. Got him swinging.
Well, he's done a
0-2.
great job throwing strikes. 13 of his 16 first pitch strikes. And what he's done is each time the guys come up for his second at bat, I really believe he pitches them different. And so they're guessing, and they're not even close on some of it because that is the style of pitch.
2 hits, 1 walk, 4 Ks for Aaron Nola so far. Top of the 5th. Count is 0-2.
Is 0-2 to Grissom. Is grounded foul.
Foul ball still
The
0-2.
last link to the last great Phillies team. He wasn't part of those great teams, but he debuted in 2015. Ryan Howard was at first base. Chase Utley was at second. Carlos Ruiz was on that team for another few days before he got dealt. And early on,
That's high. 1-2.
dealt with his own growing pains, as every young pitcher does, who's also dealing with some injuries. And then there's all the losses. The Phillies lost 90 or more games each of his first 3 years.
Goodness gracious. Nice. Strike him out. Got him looking.
The Phillies
1 out.
but they kept falling a little bit short.
5th strikeout of the night.
The narrative about him not being able to finish the season until this year. He's waited and waited, and they've waited and waited for this night and for him for this opportunity. And it's so fitting that he's the guy starting as postseason baseball comes back to Philadelphia.
Yeah, he's been really, to me, he's one of the elite pitchers that doesn't get noticed and probably doesn't have the success he deserves win-wise. Pitched a lot of tough games. You mentioned all the losses. And I think he's become kind of that full circle guy, looking at what he did in the past, making adjustments to get better in the future. And that bothered him.
0-1, foul ball.
In September, right? Everyone will eventually talk about it and ask those questions, and now he can put that to rest for a while.
Well, the biggest reason, John, that people started to fear the Phillies wasn't the offense, because they've known that the offense was there. Nobody really feared them in the first half. It was that the defense shored up, and it's that they've had a healthy and effective top 2 in the rotation that they'll stack up with anybody. Between Wheeler and Nola. Rosario flies one to center. Easy play for Marsh. 2 up, 2 down.
Nice. 2 outs.
We go down to Ken Rosen.
Fly out the center.
So at one point in his Phillies career, Aaron Nola had 5 pitching coaches in 5 years. His most successful season was 2018 when he finished 3rd in the Cy Young voting behind Jacob deGrom and Max Scherzer. His pitching coach that year was Rick Kranitz, the guy in the Braves dugout who now holds the same position. The Phillies replaced Kranitz after that season with his assistant, Chris Young. Kranitz, of course, went on to bigger things, and actually so did Aaron Nola. He's now with a pitching coach who they've had for a couple of years, Caleb Coffey.
A lot of people speak very highly of, Nola included. Ronald Acuna has reached both times today, single and reached
1-0, 2 outs.
I mean, you've been through that. You've been through.
Aaron's pitch count is around 64. So if he can get out of here before 70, he might only go 6 innings. Yeah, he might only go 6 innings. Okay. We got a gift. 1-1. He gave us a gift. We take it. 1-1.
More ability to kind of critique and frame and
cookie cut type pitches and what they look like out of a computer. And so, yeah, there's a lot of things that they deal with today that we probably didn't have to deal with.
Nice.
1-2.
1-2.
Check swing, 2-2.
2-2.
This is the
Good check
19th
swing.
hitter that Aaron Nola's faced in this game. That's only the 20th ball. It's always been his thing back to when he started pitching when he was 10 years old.
47 strikes, 20 balls.
All the other kids.
Take it.
Gets to the majors. Number 1 strikeout to walk ratio in baseball. Better than ever here down the stretch in his 8th year. In the postseason for the first time. Home of the 2-2. Acuna pulls it to
nice,
third.
right to third.
For Bohm over there tonight.
Let's go.
Halfway home.
Good defense.
6-0.
Good defense. All right. We keep the Braves off the board. Going to the bottom of the 5th after this commercial break. Score 6-0. Phillies over the Braves. He look good, man. He cruising right now. We'll probably get one more inning from Aaron Nola. Then start getting that bullpen warmed up. Getting about 80, 85 pitches. That'd be good enough for him. Nice, solid 6 innings. Make sure we just play good defense from here on out, The Phillies are probably start making some defensive substitutions. Probably, the 7th or 8th inning. They might bring Sosa in and at shortstop just for defensive purposes. Commercial break right now. We come back, it'll be bottom of the 5th. I don't know who's up right now. Let me see who's up. Oh, Bryce Harper is up. We got 4, 5, and 6 up. Bryce 1 for 2 today with a 2-run home run. Nick Castellanos is 1 for 2, got a single. Alec Bohm's 0 for 2 right now. Braves got 3 left on base. The Braves got 4 left on base. The Phillies got 3 left on base.
John, you want
to? All right, Bryce Harper up.
You and all of us feel a little bit old. I'm ready. Okay. Bryce Harper
God, pop up, man.
Pop up on the right side of the infield off his bat.
Damn, man.
Did he just get here? He did. I mean,
goodness gracious.
Feels like he was a
One out
for so long, and now he's the grizzled 11-year vet turning 30 this weekend. And in the 3rd inning, launched his 2nd home run of the postseason.
Well, that's what he's known for. Obviously, tremendous power hitter. Look, he since coming here, again, I think he shocked the world when he signed that contract to come here. And you could tell he's a baseball history. He's made for this. He really is.
Yeah.
He respects the game of baseball, and he's done everything you could ask for since coming here to Philadelphia. And there is nothing more than he would love to do to bring a championship to the city in baseball again.
Castellanos swings and misses. And I think it would be great for baseball as a sport to have him on a bigger and bigger stage. Of course, he leaves Washington. The next year, they go and win the whole thing.
Oh, he had to be sick when that happened.
He won a postseason series before the wild card round. But he's just one of those guys that it's appointment viewing when he comes up to the plate.
You know what? Fair or not, there was so much put on him early, right? Like he was, again, meant to be this phenom. And so much expected.
He was late both of them pitches.
Maybe he did some things a different way that rubbed people in Washington, but he learned from it. I think he's progressed. And to your point, like a veteran, he is a veteran with 10 more years to go. Right. And it's rare that you could say that in a game that is so young.
Fourth year of a 13-year deal.
Ooh, that's high. 1 and 2.
And I think it's. You could say, okay, so early on there's so much hype. It was almost going to be impossible for him not to be overrated. With the expectations, him coming in, impossible to reach. I think it's fair at this point to say that he's underrated.
2-2.
He won an MVP last year, so started to get the talk charged back up again. But you don't as often hear his name mentioned in the inner circle of best 2 or 3 players in the game like it used to be. Okay, who you got, Trout or Harper? Harper or Trout?
But that's what I'm saying. It was put on him so much so early, and then some of the injuries, and then maybe some underperforming in everybody else's eyes.
Still 2-2.
And now it's kind of reversed itself, to your point.
Yeah, this is a unique season, and that the season for him and for the Phillies have largely been shaped by the injuries that he's gone through, the way that the rosters had to kind of evolve. Elbow injury early on has meant that he's been just the DH. That was bad news for a team that was already going to be not very good defensively. So some guys that plan on DHing a lot. This man at the plate here, Castellanos, Kyle Schwarber, couldn't do that because that was Harper's way.
Nick Castellanos pop up the left.
Easy play here for Rosario.
All right, out of the 2 outs.
And then he comes back from that and breaks his thumb, misses 2 months. Wasn't himself in the month after coming back from that. But he has looked like the early season Bryce Harper, like the MVP Bryce Harper as his postseason's gotten underway, and it's not one bit surprising that as the lights have gotten brighter, so is his star.
Well, when you talk about him going out, I mean, most people would say, oh, that's it. Phillies are done. A lot of people stepped up in his absence to keep him afloat, to get him to the point when he came back. The Phillies are in this position. So credit not only Rob Thompson, but the organization and the players picking up the slack for a superstar.
Alec Ball fouls this one off. It was a similar story last year for the
2
Braves
outs
when Ronald Acuna went down. They're finished, right? They're already below 500, out of the picture. They're finished. They made a run without him. Phillies stayed above water without Harper for a chunk of this year. And they're trying to, there have been some comparisons written when you read in these two cities, especially
1-1
around Philadelphia. Could they be this year's version of last year's Braves?
And that's what we talked about. I'm telling you, the probability is about the same. The probability of last year, the Braves winning the World Series, yet alone winning the division, was through the roof.
Bohm goes up the middle. Backhand play, Grissom. Nice play by the rookie.
Good defense.
Finish this 5th.
All right, so that's the end of the 5th inning. Phillies couldn't get nothing on the board. After the commercial break, they'd be top of the 6th. Phillies still leading 6-0 over the Braves. We got Swanson, we got Olsen, and we got Riley up for the Braves. 2, 3, and 4 up for the Braves. Swanson is 0-2 right now for the day. Olsen is 0 for 1. He was walked. And Riley is 0 for 2 today. Atlanta, no runs, 2 hits, 1 error. Phillies, 6 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. It's good baseball so far, man. It's definitely some good baseball so far. I had to make sure my daggone soundboard still worked, which it does. I'm gonna start adding some of this stuff into the stream too, as far as the soundboard. I just really gotta get the time to really just sit down and really map out what I actually want to put, and where as far as the soundboard. Excuse me.
Don't miss a thing this postseason. Follow at MLB on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to keep up with everything baseball. A 6-run third for the Phils. A 6-0 game. Game 3 and strike one.
Nice. 0-1.
Dansby Swanson. Put that on repeat and just hit play. Strike one for Nola.
And that's what he had coming into here. And the Braves knew it. They got to take advantage of the pitches that don't get to the desired area, and he just hasn't made many mistakes.
Nice.
That's the pitch, really.
0-2. Nice. He rolling right now. Nice.
Pitch, because when you're thinking fastball away and he drops a changeup in the inner half, it expands the zone, and you think you're getting a fastball, and then ties you up on the inside part of the plate, and he can come right back with that hook if he wants. Now he has 3 ways to get you out at 0-2.
Most guys
Good check swing.
don't like to throw the same side changeups from a right-handed pitcher to a right-handed hitter.
Right, but it is a little bit of a risk. If you hang that in the inner part of the plate, you're giving that hitter. But see, what he does is he's got such great arm action, you can't tell the difference, and the spin is down and in.
Swanson flips it into right center field.
Oh, damn.
Get it. Yeah, and it bounces to the wall. Extra bases for Dansby Swanson to lead off the 6th inning.
All right, you take that. You got that. Swanson with his first hit of the day.
So here's the difference that I'm talking about when you look at what StatCast can show us. You got a fastball coming in. Here's the timing on your fastball, right? You got to get ready quick. But then watch when the fastball stops. There's the difference between the 2 pitches and the timing mechanism and how it messes you up. Look how many feet that is, or inches, if you will. And that's what the hitter's looking at, and the variance of the time it takes for a fastball to get there and the time it takes for a changeup to eventually get where the fastball got. That's why changeup's still one of the best pitches in baseball.
Same separation with his curveball, too. There's so many different looks from Nola, who comes home to Olsen. Backdoor breaking pitch.
0-1. He gave us the gift. We take that. 0-1. No outs. Runner on second.
A ball, 1 strike.
The essence of pitching and catching still comes down to this one principle, and I've always said it a million times. One of these people think they have the edge, and the other person knows who the edge is. You just don't want to convey it. Like as a hitter, you never want to convey that you're nervous or fearful of the pitcher and vice versa. But what happens in the postseason is because you've seen all the video, you've seen all the information.
Another high pitch by Aaron Nola.
If you execute your strength, you're always going to win. And so the starting pitcher can put the offense at bay when they're like, come back to dugout. He's on. Grind out at bats. And that's what Nola has been able to do against the Braves.
Way easier to say grind out at bats. It's scratch one across when you're not in a 6-0 hole.
Right.
This Phillies offense put him in. 2-1. Takes off on a ball.
3-1.
But all you do, and you
High and
have
outside.
these
That's the
sayings,
second pitch out
and
there.
every club does it. All right, get to their bullpen. Well, or make him throw a ton of pitches. You know, chip away. All the different sayings to try, because you can't score 6 that easily that the Phillies were able to do, you know, in the bottom of the third.
Goodness gracious, another walk.
Braves did erase a 7-1 deficit in the first game down to 1. Fell just a little bit short. And they've made their name in recent years.
All right, so no outs, runners on first and second.
First time since the first, they've had multiple runners on against Nola. Quick word from Corona.
Oh, well, no copyright strikes. Damn that. There we go.
Pitch like it's 0-0. In the regular season, for whatever, many people question my brain activity anyways, but I knew it was 6-0 in the regular season, so it's almost impossible for me. But in the postseason, literally blocked out anything that was going on in my offensive team. I was literally, every pitch was 0-0.
All right, if I start warming up the bullpen.
Do in the postseason.
Austin Riley can get the Braves back in this game here. Takes
nice. 0-1.
About how good Riley's been against Nola. A .429 hitter, 3 home runs and 5 doubles.
And Riley would love to get a hanging breaking ball where he can use his power gap to gap.
1 for 10 in this series, just an infield hit.
Nice. 0-2. He gave us a gift. We take it.
Dotted. After getting the first 2 on, he dotted away and dotted in the top of the zone. I mean, you could tell him it's coming, and that pitch right there, yeah, you got the benefit of it because he's been around the plate more than not.
Oh, 2. Just top.
1-2.
You can see JT was like, come on now. Pointing he had his glove going down. Get that ball to break down. Watch where he throws this pitch. He gets underneath it. It doesn't move. And then JT's going to tell him, let's go. Focus on that end result. Get that ball to break.
There's some action down in the Phillies bullpen. Nola's at 80 pitches.
Yeah, this is last inning.
Home with a 1-2. Riley.
Nice.
High fastball.
Got him swinging. 1 out.
For Nola.
Runners on first and second.
Well, they went back to the top of the zone and climbed the ladder on a fastball. See the grip? And he beats Riley to the top of the zone. Action pitch right here with d'Arnaud. Loves the first pitch. You know, Nola knows that, and you know that and JT will pitch accordingly to this first pitch selection.
Yeah, Jose Alvarado.
All-star catcher, homer
warming up
in the World Series last year. First pitch. Goes
nice.
After it, and Nola put
got him swinging. 0-1. Travis d'Arnaud.
That's what you dream of doing. 19 of 23, getting ahead of a good offensive team. That's how you slow them down.
Got strike 1, now comes home and gets a bouncing ball to short. 6, 4, 3.
Double play. Oh, come on, Reese. Damn, Reese.
Hoskins drops the ball.
Goodness gracious. It's always him.
And the roller coaster ride for Rhys Hoskins continues.
God, Reese.
I'll be honest, I took my eye off it. I was
3-2. I was starting to tell you 6 scoreless innings.
Oh, it hit him right in the heel.
Oh.
Yo, Rhys Hoskins is killing this, man. Damn. It was perfect.
They give that an error? They almost have to.
Yeah, maybe the second of the game for the Phillies. Braves yet to.
All right, so we had the double play.
First and third, 2 gone. Michael Harris looking for his first hit of the postseason.
2 outs, runners at the corners.
The Braves running out of chances here in game 3. Nola fires. Harris fouls it off.
Foul ball, 0-1.
Pitcher, another time where you got to kind of block out what just happened.
Well, more than that, you just know the inning was over. And if you let your brain slow down at all, like, all right, then you got to charge it back up. If you never come off the moment, to your point, then you're not worried about making another pitch. Sometimes that can get to a young pitcher, not to Nola.
Bounced over first,
Oh
and
my
the Braves
God,
do
man.
take advantage. Michael Harris's first hit in the postseason is an RBI single to score Dansby Swanson, and it's 6-1. One batter.
All right, so Harris with the RBI single. You put one up on the board on us.
Trying to breathe through it. That
Score
was
6-1 Phillies.
Get him to hit it on the ball and on the ground, and that's exactly what he did. But he hit it so firmly it bounced over Hoskins, and that's going to either cause another conversation here at the mound, because so much has just happened in the last 35 seconds that you go, what? And so Nola's got to make one more pitch here to get a hitter out and reset the whole mood of this stadium that was kind of like, what just happened?
Because Phillies fans, you can't blame them if they're looking here at a 6-0 lead and still not feeling totally comfortable. Everything they've endured over the last decade, even this season, they've blown 2 7-run leads, including an Aaron Nola start where they were leading the Mets 7-0. They led 7-1 after he left that game. This was back in May, and they lost the game 8-7. So Phillies fans have been burnt before.
You could almost tell right there Hoskins was given the right fist of like, yes, double play, and the ball didn't catch his glove. Look, I know he got some grief over game 2. That was not the easiest of plays. Should have knocked it down. It didn't. That one right there, he is hoping Nola can pick him up big time, because you don't want that to stand out in the 3-run homer performance and offensively what he's able to do.
Now this whole thing's scheming to test the mettle of Aaron Nola. Marcell Ozuna, who struck out both times and frankly looked lost in those 2 Ks against Nola.
Nice. Good pitch. 0-1. 0-1. Good pitch.
Jose Alvarado's ready. Nola trying to finish 6. His 0-1 pitch.
Outside.
Fastball misses. Runner goes. Throw down not in time. Stolen base, Michael Harris. Good catch there from Segura, or else Darno might come in to score another run.
I'm going to tell you something. Watch JT as this pitch comes in. See how he moves to get ready to throw? I think it cost him the strike, but he was trying to get ready to throw the runner out at second. And that one right there probably could have been 0-2 real easy. But the movement of JT trying to get ready for the runner to go to second base cost him a strike, I think.
So second and third with 2 out and a 1-1 pitch. Ozuna pulls one to short.
Nice.
Backhand by Stop. Yeah, this time
Nice.
has it.
All right. Braves put one on the board. Strand 2 on base. After the commercial break, it'd be bottom of the 6th for the Phillies. Phillies up 6-1. Probably it for Aaron Nola for the day. Jose Alvarado should be coming in. All right, so the Phillies going to have 7, 8, and 9 coming up to bat. Marsh, Segura, and Scott. Marsh is 0 for 1 today. He scored a run and was walked. Gene Segura, 0 for 1 today. He was walked and he struck out. And Scott is 1 for 2. 3-run. He didn't have a 3-run home run. That was what you call them.
On the first postseason,
He got a run
with the
and
Braves
an
hoping to be made
RBI.
for this young center fielder Michael Harris. Jake Odorizzi's fired a couple scoreless innings, faces Brandon Marsh to lead off the sixth. 6-1 Phillies, all 6 runs coming in the third.
0-1.
In a 5-pitch span.
In a flash. I mean,
Wow.
rare.
You know, it's Marsh to lead off this sixth. Under the radar pickup from the Angels, but he's proven to be a good one. It's a second-round draft pick in 2016. Top prospect before he debuted.
Foul ball, 0-2.
Top prospect the Angels had since Mike Trout, and he got his chance when Trout was hurt last year. And he says, admittedly, he was swimming that first year, and that year 2 he's been so much more comfortable. Feels like night and day, he says. That's even with the Angels, the numbers weren't very good offensively. He was great defensively, but he's put both those things together here in Philly. He's hit, and he's been exceptional on defense.
Strikeout for Marsh.
Strikeout.
Goodness, that was high. He just swinging any damn
And a quick
thing.
word from Mattress Firm.
Junk sleep slowing your game?
All right, you got Gene Segura up next. One out.
We traded for Marsh. Where is he? Where'd Marsh go? Yeah. You could put together a list of guys who you at least want that to happen to. He would be near the top of that. Gene Segura takes the ball. Andrew Kashner, did he go there? No, Andrew Kashner went to the Marlins when the Marlins were applying the same policy a few years back. Yeah, you couldn't recognize him. Remember that one? I know Joey Gallo, before the Yankees traded him this year, he knew he was going to be traded, and so he started letting the beard grow out a little bit. When he got to LA, he already had like the
count is 2-1. I'm sorry. Count is 2-0. 1 out.
Harrison Bader had the
Gene Segura at bat.
Yeah.
The locks was gone.
Gone. Segura walked his last time. He takes a strike here, and it's 2-1.
2-1.
Oh, what Jake Odorizzi's doing right now, John, is not insignificant.
No, not at all. I mean, he's trying to change speeds as much as he can, get a little bit of funkiness against this lineup.
2-2.
He's
2-2.
throwing enough off balance. He's had that changeup working in the cutter and providing really some big innings. I mean, the ideal situation is the Braves can kind of crawl back in. Then Brian Snitker gets to decide what kind of leverage relievers he wants to use to keep it close. But right now, it's not close enough to change his mind and who he's got in the game.
2-2. 1 out.
Ball's down.
Yeah,
3-2.
Brian has
3-2. Full count.
Circumstances to deal with an old manager, just because this team has shown the ability to come back from so far down. And so what for most teams is it's over. It doesn't have to be quite as tight before he starts chasing it. He said game 1 was an example of that.
Right.
They got a couple, made it 7-3, and then he went with his better arms.
No.
Walk for Segura,
Walk.
his second.
He walked Gene. We got Scott coming up to bat.
They're going to follow us here on FS1. Game 3 of their own down in San Diego. Should be a similarly fired up scene as postseason baseball returns to Petco Park. And then tomorrow we'll be right here for Game 4 of this series. 1 o'clock Eastern. And a pair of pivotal Game 3s on the American League side. Bryson Stott, one of the key swings of this game, is double on the 9th pitch against Spencer Strider.
Yeah, it really was. It fired up this crowd, fired up the Phillies bench because it looked overmatched up until that point off the fastball.
Nice. Oh, damn. Double play.
Second one, back to first, double play.
Damn. Double play.
3-6-3, thing of beauty to finish up.
That was good. That was nice, though. I can't even lie. It was a nice double play. All right, so they get the Phillies out of here. Leave one on base, end it with a double play. When we come back from a commercial break, it'll be top of the sixth. I'm sorry, top of the seventh. Phillies up 6-1. It'll be 8-9-1 batting for the Braves. Grissom 0 for 2 today, 2 strikeouts. Rosario 0 for 2, and Okuna 1 for 3 today. Top of the sixth when we come back from commercial. Quick commercial break. When we come back, it'll be top of the seventh. Phillies up 6-1.
On Sunday, Tom Brady leads the Bucs into the Steel City. The Jets visit Lambeau to take on Rodgers and the Packers. Check the local listings for the game in your area, only on Fox and the Fox Sports app. Nick Sirianni at his press conference earlier this week wore a Phillies t-shirt. We saw him in the stadium watching this game tonight. Got a great hand. Only unbeaten team in the NFL at 5-0 and ready to host the Cowboys on Sunday night just across the parking lot here. Orlando Arcia pinch hits for Vaughn Grissom.
Okay, he still got Aaron Nola in.
That's called a strike by Bill Miller. Well, the reason Arcia didn't start this game was because he's 0 for 13 with 5 Ks against Nola, but Grissom looked downright overmatched in his 2 at-bats, struck out both times. And so Brian Snitker
Goodness gracious,
the trigger
man.
on Arcia and pays him off.
All right, you got a single.
Segura just
That's his first hit of the day.
Ball off the bat. He didn't react. He almost moved the other way, anticipating something else. But that'll be it for Nola.
Boy, you think he's going to get any kind of ovation?
Damn, man.
What a night. He's been waiting his whole career.
All right, so that's it for our man Aaron Nola.
For more than a decade.
6 innings.
And it all came together for him tonight.
Gave up 1 run, 5 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. Can't complain. That's a solid start. Solid start. Phillies making a change at pitcher. Aaron Nola out. Jose Alvarado in. Hopefully Jose don't allow that run in. But that was a good solid start by Aaron Nola, man. Definitely can't be mad at it. That's a good start. It's a great start. Pitch and change. Commercial break. We'll be back in a little bit.
Ain't stop, won't stop, bad boy.
Time for our call to the bullpen, sponsored by Intuit.
Jose Alvarado.
Hard throwing left-hander. The Phillies bullpen, John, has given up 5 runs in 5 2/3, but when they went hand to Dominguez to Alvarado in game 1, perfect 3 2/3 innings.
Yeah, this guy, he has an unfair pitch when he commands it for a strike. It's 100 miles an hour. Nobody does it more, or nobody throws more 100-mile-an-hour pitches in baseball than him. But it moves like an 80-mile-an-hour sinker, which is the combination just doesn't make sense.
Back-to-back pinch hitters to open this inning for the Braves. First, it was Orlando Arcia with a base hit to finish off Nola's night. Now, first appearance since game 1 of this series for William Contreras, who went 1 for 4 with a double, scored a run in that first game.
Offense right now.
He's just been kind of lost.
Top of the 7th.
Pinch with those
runner on first, no out.
Last 2 games. The All-Star DH off of the bench here in a 6-1 game in the 7th. Tall task against Alvarado. He fouls back 99.
Nice. Foul ball, 0-1.
Contreras started this season as the 3rd catcher for the Braves. They brought in Manny Pena as the backup, and you can't blame him because Contreras really struggled last year when he got his opportunity. But some injuries meant that he got another chance. And a breakout star this year for Atlanta.
Foul ball, 0-2.
Still just 24. And, of course, the brother of Wilson Contreras has started the All-Star game together for the National League side.
Oh, 2, runner on first, no outs.
Oh, 2.
What a pick. You see how JT sets up right down the middle? I mean, that's all they're hoping he does, is throw it right down the middle and let the movement take care of itself.
1 and 2.
Likes this one.
Pitch in the dirt.
The slider he tried to throw. But when you have that kind of movement, you just want him to let it eat in the strike zone and let it go where it wants to once he releases it. So he's setting up pretty much right down the middle.
Nice.
Wow.
Got him swinging. 1 out. Runner on first. Let's go, Jose.
Downward action on this slider. Makes the adjustment. Starts it like it's going to be in the strike zone. Hard to lay off.
So 1 away in the 7th. Fun matchup here. Alvarado against Acuna. Ronald's 1 for 3 today. He's been on base 9 of his 12 plate appearances in this series.
We talked before the series started about Harper getting going for the Phillies, Acuna getting going for the Braves. Well, Acuna's kind of done his part.
Nice. Got him swinging. Low and inside, but he's swinging at it. 0-1.
So is Harper.
It's good producing by Pete Macheska. Yeah. We just say what Pete tells us to. Pete points out both Harper and Acuna 5 for 10.
1 and 1.
Series.
Another pitch in the dirt.
Harper's got the home run edge, and his team on the verge of getting a series edge, on the verge of getting to within 1 game of a surprise trip to the National League Championship Series. We're asking the question, could the Phillies
high and
be this
outside.
year's Braves? The Braves last year,
2-1.
only 88 wins during the regular season. The Phillies this year, 87 wins during the regular season. Brian Snicker's bunch still planning to have something to say about it. 2-1 pitch, and Acuna fouls it back.
Foul ball, 2-2.
So the 2021 Braves, who were not above 500 until August 8th last year, obviously went on to win the whole thing. Phillies weren't above 500 until June 13th, 10 days after Rob Thompson took over. On 2-2, Acuna takes ball 3.
Full count. Goodness gracious, man. Come on, Jose.
Swanson waits on deck.
Nice. Got him. Got him swinging. 2 outs. 2 strikeouts for him already. 2 outs.
Well, he took a nasty 2-2.
Runner on first.
To make it 3-2, and then swung outside the zone on a fastball again that sinks away.
Having to worry about that cutter breaking in. Yeah, not enough time to decipher. It's Faya.
Dansby Swanson.
At first and 2 gone. Scored the lone Braves.
Nice. 0-1. Good pitch.
Coming in on a 2-out base hit from Michael Harris.
Nice. Right over the plate. 0-2.
Down the line, but foul.
Foul ball. Still 0-2.
It's not been completely smooth sailing for Jose Alvarado this season. He went to AAA midway through, figured it out. Adjustments he made, he brought back here. He's been one of the best in baseball since returning around the break. Another 0-2 pitch. Cranked to left center field. Schwarber's there.
Nice. Fly ball to left. All right. Phillies get out of that without giving up any runs. Commercial break coming up. When we come back, it'll be bottom of the 7th for the Phillies. Phillies up 6-1 over the Braves. When we come back, it'll be 1-2-3 for the Phillies. Kyle Schwarber, 0 for 1, 1 run, and a walk. Reese Hoskins, 1 for 3, a run, a 3-run home run, and 2 strikeouts. JT Realmuto, 1 for 3, 1 run, 1 strikeout.
First playoff game here in Philadelphia in 11 years, and it is
Them damn 2 errors, man. That ain't a good look.
6 runs
I don't
in the
like
third
that.
inning and 6 innings from Aaron Nola.
Well, Aaron Nola's been locked in for a while, and you had to believe that he was the right man for the job to come back at home, and he delivered. He never really gave the Braves much to get going, and once the Phillies got the lead, you felt like he would just cruise on in. Well, he's turned it over to the bullpen, 6-1 lead. This crowd's incredible.
And now we turn him over to Ken Rosenthal.
Aaron, first postseason start for you in Philadelphia in this ballpark. What was the experience like?
Electric, man. It's awesome. These fans, wild. They're wild tonight. Team's playing great so far. Big runs, big hits. It's going well.
1-0. Kyle Schwarber at bat.
First pitch strikes, for the most part, was working for me. Getting that leadoff out every inning was a key. All my pitches were working pretty well.
How about the 6-run inning? What were you doing during that time?
Trying to stay loose. Long inning, trying to stay loose. It was awesome inning.
Aaron, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Joe, back to you.
All right, Kenny, you get a little snapshot of the level-headed, even nature
Nice.
of Aaron Nola. As Kyle
It's a single for Kyle.
comes up with a base hit.
Nice.
His first one of the
Good way to get on,
postseason,
Kyle.
snapping in 0 for 10, and I think the Phillies can now just about check every box. What they wanted to accomplish tonight. Great atmosphere, great start.
They're going to
Schwarber
pitch
got
hit
a hit, and the Phillies
for Kyle
are
Schwarber.
on their way to taking a 2-1 series advantage.
Well, you knew this place was going to be electric. It is.
Pitch
And,
hitter.
you just
I'm
didn't
sorry,
know
pitch
coming
runner.
back home after 17 days on the
Pitch
road,
runner
the
coming
team
in for,
feels
Kyle
like
Schwarber.
This is the place they hit best, and they've shown it so far.
We talked about the 1 and 2 hitters. You had Hoskins hit a home run, and now Schwarber finally gets a base hit. Veerling's going to pinch run for him. He's been aboard 3 times, and even when Schwarber's not had hits throughout the year, you squint and you see that he's still getting on base, and that's been the case tonight. On 3 times as Hoskins comes up one more time.
No, ball's up.
A couple pinch hitters change things defensively for the Braves. Arceus stays in. Grossman in the left field. After Contreras pinch hit Freddie Rosario. So put Grossman 9th in the Braves lineup. 1-0.
Ball's up.
Ball 2.
Nice. 2-0.
Now you start to think about
No out.
game 4. And
Pinch runner on first.
it's going to be Charlie Morton for the Braves. For the Phillies, they're going to piece it together. They get a few guys who are starters, but none of them great options. Syndergaard, Gibson, Falter, one of those guys, maybe some combination of those guys.
I ain't trying to see no damn Noah Syndergaard.
2-1. With all of them, though, there are reasons that you don't want to use them. You know, you had Bailey Falter's given up 7 runs in 8 innings to the Braves this year. Kyle Gibson's allowed 19 runs over his last 3 starts.
That's crazy.
Syndergaard threw 16 pitches in relief Wednesday. Hoskins down the line, hooking.
Oh, I thought he had another one.
And so this,
2-2.
when you start to consider
He got to make
that,
up for that damn error.
this was a huge game, obviously, for both teams tied at 1. But when you look at what the Phillies have as options tomorrow, maybe
They got
extra
Hand and
victory.
Eflin warming up in the
very much so.
bullpen.
I mean, the fact that they had to go on the road
Hand probably
and
gonna be
use
set up.
resources to get here.
Zach, go ahead and
For 2
close it out.
games only in St. Louis was going to put these kind of teams in a little bit of a disadvantage, right? That was the new playoff format designed to do that, reward the teams who had the better year. But having won those games, winning on the road, now they're in position to have a 2-1 lead with a chance to finish it out tomorrow. I think they would have taken that scenario no matter who.
Ooh,
starts
that's
the game
high.
tomorrow for the
3-2.
Phillies.
Full count.
There's that psychology you have to play. The Braves used the rest. They wanted the rest. They went to the till to get to win the division, but then came out with a little rust, lost game 1. The Phillies have used that, if you will, to their advantage, and now they're in that position to kind of Johnny Holstaff it tomorrow if they want to.
There's your favorite mascot.
The
Baseball right
best.
there.
There's nobody
Foul
better.
ball.
I'm sorry, I'll argue. I
Still
know the
full
San Diego
count.
Chicken was great too, but nobody has made me laugh watching in the dugout or now in the booth than that right there. the Fanatic.
Did you get to know him a little bit?
I never did,
No.
but that's the mystique. I don't think I ever want to. I want to just
know if anybody has.
I want to know it just like that.
Yeah.
Nice walk. No outs. Runners on first and second.
Ken Rosenthal, 2 questions. Have you gotten to know the Philly Fanatic? And what do you think of the Phillies pitching plans tomorrow?
First question, early in my career, I was in the press box at Veterans Stadium, and the Fanatic took my game notes and threw them into the crowd. So that was my first experience, but he is the best mascot. And as for the pitching, it's interesting. First, obviously, guys, they've got to get through this game, and they don't want to expend too many resources doing that. At the same time, tomorrow also is looming large. And keep in mind one other name. Syndergaard, probably the likely guy to start, but Zach Eflin could play a huge role as well.
And Eflin lately has been the 9th inning guy, or it's fallen that way. He's been one of the late innings guy, but throughout his career, he's been a starter. So we'll see. He's warming right there.
All right, so pitch and change.
In a 6-1 game.
They got the 39-year-old coming in. I forget his name, but he old as dirt. So pitch and change for the Braves. Phillies got runners on first and second. No outs. Pitch and change for the Braves. Phillies up 6-0. Bottom of the 7th. We're trying to tack on a few more runs. You could tack on 1 or 2 more runs, man. That'd be love. All right, JT Realmuto at bat.
Each day during the postseason, compete to win $50,000. Enter MLB Base Chase in the MLB Play app or through MLB.com/play. Restrictions apply. See official rules for details. Into the game comes Jesse Chavez, who pitched an inning and a third in Game 1.
Jesse Chavez, that's right, 39-year-old relief pitcher.
Started by Spencer Strider. They knew that it would take a lot of pieces to get through it. Yeah, the score.
Foul ball, 0-1.
At this point, staying away from their top relief arms. Strike one on Real Muto.
Yeah, Chavez is a strike thrower. He tries to pick the corners and change speeds. Been in the league a long time, played with a lot of teams, and he's not nervous about these situations, I can guarantee you.
9 teams to be exact.
0-2.
Three stints with the Braves over the last 2 years. He was with them all last season. He was with them early on this year. Then he went to the Angels. Now he's back with the Braves. Real Muto with a bouncing ball to second. Arcia gets the out
double play,
and that's all. Real Muto.
Oh, he didn't get the double play. Runner advances to third base. 1 out. Runners on the corner. Yo, stop jumping.
They would pitch around Harper.
My bad. My bad, chat.
These are always the
Kids
tough
be
ones.
killing
You
me
got
with the
base
jumping
open. You hear
upstairs,
that all
man.
the time, but it just happens not to be first. And that's usually the tougher scenario. If this was second and third, they'd walk him. You're right? But if you don't want to face a guy and you'd rather put it on the onus on the next guy, you do the same thing as if it was second and third. But first and third always entices the ground ball double play to get you out of the inning.
All right, Bryce Harper up.
Harper's got a 2-run home run tonight.
Ooh, he tried to smack it out the park. 0-1. Yo, he tried to kill that damn thing.
Rubber band, then you let it go like this. That's what it felt. That's what Harper.
0-1. Runners on the corners. 1 out.
Chavez with an invisible 90-mile-per-hour fastball in the middle of the plate.
Balls up, 1-1.
You know, one of the biggest questions
1-1.
talk about the length of the contract for Harper is how long can he hit like this, right? Same question for like Acuna. How long can he hit with that style? Well, Harper's got such an aggressive approach. If he stays in incredible shape, maybe he can do it longer than people think. But that's a lot on the body over time to swing like that.
Violent swing. 5 for 6 with a homer against Chavez. Fouls this one.
Foul ball. 1-2.
1-2.
How'd you like to be behind him watching the game?
Behind the Fanatic? Yeah, no. You're probably not watching the game, are you? Watching his big old green head.
Balls up,
2-2.
2-2. Good take.
They seem to be enjoying themselves still. Everybody is tonight. The sellout crowd. Harper to center.
He got it. He got it. Another one.
At the wall. Can't get it.
Oh, but he got to run in.
Harper into second with an RBI double, and it's 7-1 Phillies.
Another RBI for Bryce Harper. I thought he had it, man. Center fielder had it in his glove and hit the wall.
Michael Harris had to run a mile, just couldn't quite grab it.
Yeah, at first I didn't think he read it right, and then he drifted and almost got back to this ball. Watch the reaction. Looks like he's got an angle on it, and then right there he keeps going. And
He wasn't trying to hit that daggone wall. He had it.
Just in the heel of the glove.
Harper has knocked in 3 in this series.
7-1.
5 for 9 with a home run and 3 doubles.
RBI for Bryce Harper. Bottom of the 7th. 1 out.
6 for 11.
Runners on second and third.
Castellanos will drive home 2 more.
Another RBI. RBI single. 2 runs in.
9-1 Philadelphia.
Y'all heard him. 9-1. Nick coming. Knock him right out the damn park. Yo, Nick is balling today, man.
Inside out swing goes the
RBI single for Nick.
Like that was what he was going to do the entire approach at bat. Big hit. They'll pinch run for him and play a little better outfield defense.
Everybody getting to know the Fanatic over on that Phillies dugout.
Nice. 9-1 Phillies.
3 in the 7th, the ball on bone.
1-0.
They had thought for years.
1 out. Runner
Runner
on first.
Get playoff baseball back to the bank.
They got a pinch runner in for Nick.
Ball on the ground to third. Right at his second.
Damn, double play.
To first, there's 2.
Damn, double play.
The Phillies 9.
All right, so not after the Phillies put up 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th to go up 9-1 when we come back from the commercial break. Top of the 7th for the Braves. Top of the 8th. I'm sorry. Long day. I'm sorry. Top of the 8th for the Braves when we come back. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 up for the Braves. Olsen, 0 for 1, 2 walks. Riley, 0 for 3, and a K. And Darno, 1 for 3 today. So 3, 4, and 5 for the Braves when we come back.
Six in the third, 3 in the 7th. Explosions from this Phillies offense and a 9-1 lead as we go to the 8th. Some changes for the Phillies. Guthrie, after pinch running, stays in the game in right. Same for Matt Vierling for Schwarber in left. Edmundo Sosa replacing Alec Boehm. Straight up move defensively at third. Straight up for the batting order as well. And Brad Hand, who was impressive in his first game back from injury, game 1 of this series.
He made a couple subs.
Matt Olson fouls it off, strike 1.
0-1. Matt Olson.
Be surprised they're using Hand in an 8-run game.
Well, not if they got him up and it was too late to get somebody else out, in the game. Look, they're the fact that they don't have to use the 2 biggest weapons in Dominguez, Eflin would be great for Rob Thompson.
Because they do have a few options tomorrow, and all of them are capable of taking down the bulk of the game. If you get the right guy hot. Big swing and a little roller foul, 1 and 2.
1-2.
Kyle Gibson, one of those guys. He's really struggled, though. Noah Syndergaard doesn't have the same stuff that he once did, but he's still been around the league average.
Noah Syndergaard, man. Him and Jacob DeGrom for the Mets was crazy.
Falter's been hit hard by the Braves, and the Braves typically do hit lefties better than they do righties.
You never want to lose a game, but if you're going to lose a game to this magnitude, it just becomes just another game, right? And the Braves have found ways to
come on, Hand. You out of control right now.
It's pretty simple.
2-2.
Game 1, they didn't get out to the lead, and Philly went on to win. Game 2, they got the lead. When the Braves score first, they're hard to beat. And so tomorrow, their formula is going to be find a way early on to break open and give their
pitcher, Charlie Morton, an opportunity to work with the lead.
No balls now.
Full count.
73-13 when they score first. You mentioned we'll try to do it in support of Charlie Morton tomorrow, who has not had the same kind of year that he's had throughout his career. ERA a full point higher than it was last year. And against the Phillies, who's got an ERA of 5.5.
Foul ball. Pop up.
And
Nice. 1 out. 5 outs to go.
1 gone in the 8th. One thing you do have with Charlie Morton, though, is you can trust the postseason track record. It's going to be his 17th career postseason start. And I don't care what the regular season numbers say. There's something to be said for been there, done that.
No, absolutely. I mean, he knows that the moment doesn't get too big for him. And look, it's going to be as simple as his release point and throwing strikes. If he throws strikes, he brings in that curveball, which is one of the best in the game. But the key will be throwing enough strikes with your fastball against this Philly lineup, because it only takes a couple mistakes, as we saw today, to get them on track, and they can put up a crooked number.
Riley hits it hard. Sosa sticks with it and gets it.
Nice. He bobbled it, but he got it up. Yeah, Sosa. 2 outs.
Two gone in the 8th inning. Here's Darno.
Two outs. Foul ball. 0-1.
In these scenarios, the best recipe after a loss is a quick turnaround. And tomorrow's going to be a relatively quick turnaround, 2 p.m. game, and you get right back after it and don't sit as long on these kind of games.
Oh, 2. Nice. Good pitch.
Braves are going to try to force a game 5, which would be Sunday in Atlanta.
No, we don't want that.
On the verge of punching a ticket to the National League Championship Series. Who would have thought?
It's high. 1-2.
23-27. There's your record. Made the managerial change. Rob Thompson looked like a placeholder, somebody to guide him through this season, see what they've got with the young players. They ripped off a winning streak right away.
2-2.
Got to the postseason for the first time in 11 years. And again, this is a team who hadn't just gone a decade without a postseason trip. They hadn't had a season above 500 in that time until last year when they finished 2 games over. And so it was looking like different years, same story, same Phils. Not this time. In the air to center field.
Pop up center.
Into the gap. At the wall.
Oh, my God. Come on, Marsh.
And Darno's got another double.
Damn. Come on, Marsh. God mercy.
Just on the webbing this time. We saw Harris on the heel and Marsh right at the end of the glove.
All right, so he's still alive. 2 outs, runner on second.
Speaking of Harris, he comes to the plate. Got his first postseason hit his last time, knocked in the Braves run.
Ground ball, second. Nice. Get him out of here. All right, so the Phillies is 3 out away, going up 2-1. When we come back, it'll be the bottom of the 8th inning. Phillies up 9-1 over the Braves. It'll be 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Braves. For the Phillies. Marsh is 0 for 2 with a run, a walk, and a strikeout. Gene Segura today, 0 for 1, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Scott is 1 for 3 with a run and an RBI today. Bottom of the 8th inning when we come back from commercial.
But think how much has changed last time postseason baseball here. 7 managers, 11 years have gone by. First playoff game here in Philadelphia in 4,025 days. Back to October 7th of 2011.
0-1 for Marsh.
Chavez's first pitch.
Bottom of the 8th.
Charlie Manuel is the manager. The days of Utley and Howard, and Rollins, Halladay, Lee and Hamels, and those great pitching staffs. The 2011 Phillies team that won 102 games before the heartbreaking division series loss in 5 to the Cardinals last
1-1.
Played a game here. The sad lasting image of that day. Brian Howard on the final out, injuring his Achilles. Just outside.
2-1.
You had that game, huh? You did, Stockton?
I did. I had that game, I believe, with Ron Darling as well. It's a pitcher's dream. And it just had one of those buildups that you go, okay, 1 run could very well be the difference. And what a classic pitching duel. I think the 1 run was in the first inning, and that was it. All she wrote, 1-0.
2-2.
Carpenter over Roy Halladay. And all those guys represented in one way or another in this park.
Damn.
Marsh down on strikes, 1 gone in the 8th. So we know where John Smoltz was October 7th, 2011. How about some of these current Phillies? Bryce Harper was in his 2nd pro year in the Arizona Fall League on that day. Kyle Schwarber was starring in high school football as an all-state linebacker at Middletown High School in the fall of 2011. JT Realmuto was crushing A-ball in the Marlin system. Rob Thompson was with the Yankees as the 3rd base coach. Strike 1 on Gene Segura.
0-1. Gene Segura at bat.
So Rob's got experience in this environment, in this playoff environment here in Philadelphia, being on the other side.
Come on, man. That's a terrible call.
2009.
Way inside. 0-2.
How great the fans were in 2009 was they left New York, got to the train station, and there were 5,000 Yankees fans there to send him away. This ball's bounced to first.
Ground out the
taken
first.
Back by Olsen. And they're like, wow, this
2
is
outs.
awesome. They get off the train in Philadelphia, and there's 5,000 Phillies fans there to greet him at the train station. Boo! And he said, man, oh man, these people love their Phils. And he's happy to be part of their affection these days. Went to the Flyers game last night, and he said, before this year, I never got recognized a single time by anybody. He said, every person I walked by at the Flyers game last night, hey, Skip, go get him. Go get him. A playoff trip and a contract to be the guy for a couple years to do that.
1-0. He wanted to get that to him, though.
Connor Brogdon getting ready for the ninth. Chopper. Arcia.
All right, out at first. 1, 2, 3 for the Braves. So here we go. 3 more outs for the Phillies. When we come back from commercial break, it'll be top of the ninth for the Phillies. Phillies up 9-0. 3 more outs, man. That's all we need is 3 damn outs. Top of the ninth. When we come back from commercial.
Connor Brogdon will handle this ninth inning for the Phillies. They got 6 runs in the third tonight, 3 more in the 7th, and have turned game 3 into a laugher. Marcell Ozuna, ball 1.
0-1.
It's been a party here.
7-8-9 for the Braves.
Rarely in your seat crowd down the left field line, third base side. I mean, I guess it's all dependent upon the first 5 rows, and then everyone's got to stand. They've been
That's
standing
true.
a lot.
Philly Fanatic stands, whole stadium does. I got to see over the
1-1.
I got to see over you. But they've given them a lot of reasons to get on their feet. And it wasn't looking like it was going to come easy. Spencer Strider 6 up, 6 down to start this game. We were both talking like, I know they're saying 2 or 3, but how far really can this guy go? Because Phillies didn't look like they had a chance against him.
1-2.
But another reminder of how quickly things can change in this game, especially this time of year.
Yeah, I know he will not say this, but that slider changed the everything for the Phillies and the Braves, and the pitches after that, just 5 straight hits.
Two and two.
People will say, when you're pitching on the road in a hostile environment in the postseason, what's the difference? Well, the biggest difference is they're going to cheer and they're going to be loud. But if you can keep it to a dull roar, that means there's not a lot of rallies going. There's no big innings. But if it's loud, really loud, you're not lasting very long, because that means a lot of good things are happening for the home team.
Nice.
1 in the 9th.
2 more outs. That's all we need. 2 more
John,
outs.
you asked off of the top, can these guys get going? Because you knew that Phillies could really use it. Kyle Schwarber and Rhys Hoskins came into the game 1 for 14 combined. Hoskins, the biggest swing of his career.
Biggest swing and the biggest bat throw. I mean, that ball was crushed, and you knew it was a matter of time, and the Philly fans were hoping once they got home they would see the real versions of their number 1 and number 2 hitter. Reach base 5 times, and you could make an argument that 3-run homer might be the biggest blow
1-0.
of the game and maybe the series.
Uh, 2-0.
And that chant out of place here. Serenading the Braves. Two balls and no strikes on Orlando Arcia. At a pinch hit base hit.
Nice. 2-1.
And so the Braves are going to have to do it another time. They're going to have to dig out of another hole, like they did last season, like they did this season, like they did after a Game 1 loss, beating Zach Wheeler in Game 2. They try to get it back to Atlanta for a 5th game Sunday. 3 balls, 1 strike on Arcia. If it were to get to a Game 5, Max Fried, the most likely candidate for the Braves. He's lined up for that game. Rob Thompson did say that, yes, Zach Wheeler could be available on Sunday. They haven't officially decided that, but if it were to get there, Wheeler on short rest would be an option.
Well, the Braves are going to face something, believe it or not, as improbable as last year was. They're going to face something they never faced last year.
Elimination
game. And that is going to be the difference.
Ground out the third.
Sosa.
Out at first. Nice. 1 out. 1 out away.
And they're going to have a guy on the mound in Charlie Morton, who has pitched in 4 elimination games in his career. And in those 4 elimination games, 4-0 with a 0.46.
And he's been thinking about that game ever since it became 6-0. You know, you don't try to get too emotionally involved when you're the next day starting pitcher and what's going on in the game. But when the game gets kind of lopsided, you start thinking about, okay, here's what I got to do tomorrow. I start thinking about the lineup. I start thinking about, you know, what that moment's going to be like.
Be his first time in the mound in the postseason since Game 1 of the World Series last year, when he had a comebacker break his shin.
Nice. 0-1.
Threw another 16 pitches after that. He got 3 more outs with a broken leg. Morton for the Braves. We'll see for the Phillies.
1-1.
And as big and as loud as they were tonight, they're going to be louder in the first inning tomorrow.
A win away. And extending the improbable.
Nice. 1-2.
And Grossman gonna have to go get that back.
1-2. We 1 strike away. All right, let's go. 1-2. 2 outs. Get him out of here.
Connor Brogdon looking for a scoreless ninth. Here's his 1-2.
2-2. He gave it to him, Daniel. They gave it to him. Wow. That's it. 9-1 is the final. Phillies up 2-1. Phillies is up 2-1, man. 9-1. Aaron Nola gave us a solid start. Bullpen came in, finished the deal. Bats came alive. First home playoff win since 2011. Hey, man, we 1 win away from the NLCS. How improbable was it? Bullpen struggled all year. Phillies go on the road, make a strong push in September to get to the playoffs. Shoot, dude, this is crazy. We send off Albert Pujols in the first round. We up 2-1 on the defending champs in the NLDS. Hey, what more can you ask for? Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. We will be on tomorrow for Game 4 of the NLDS. Phillies is up 2-1. We'll figure out pitching when we get there. But hey, man, this is a big day. It's a big game. It's a big game. It's a big step for the Phillies, man. It's definitely for not only for the city and right now, but definitely for the future of the Phillies. So, it's definitely exciting to see. I definitely appreciate y'all hanging out with me. See y'all tomorrow, 2 o'clock.